wanted something more. Put my hand in your pocket, I wanna feel something I haven't before. Was I'm always this way? I wanted you to stay. You tried to pull me closer, but instead I pushed you away.
Welcome to Run the Block. This is episode 4, entitled Bleep Scavs. Fuck Scavs. Scavs are the worst. I don't think anybody disagrees. They went to this warehouse. It's located in the south of the Glen. They did some, work for Zigzag, who is a kind of notorious fixer in the north side. Why he wants this job done has not really been discussed or thought about, but they got here, they cleared out the homeless individuals who were kind of squatting here in this warehouse with old storage containers from the time of the Red and before. It looked as though there were scavs who were kind of lingering around like vultures might do around corpses, and they had one guy well drugged. And that individual, according to the NCPD scan from our lawman, is none other than a man whose name is Adrian Ella. This is not important. I don't know why I said it like that. They spent some time in here kind of searching around and then started to collect him. Just as they did that, the scavs they told to fuck off and leave have returned with reinforcements. Apparently one of them is now kind of yelling that he's going to fucking kill everybody inside. So we're going to start right at the initiation of combat. So everybody go ahead and roll an initiative roll. If you are a solo, it's at this time you have the last free opportunity to switch your combat awareness to a different function. So if you wish to do that, do so. And everyone is in the wrong spaces. Once again, I will move people around.
I was going to wait till you were done with your intros to...
I appreciate you.
Elizabeth was trying to get your attention.
I read all caps read. Thank you two for looking out. Let's see. So Zach, F, go. Yep.
I have a modifier to initiative. Can I go ahead and adjust mine?
Yeah, you should be able to permanent it up at the top, inside.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There,
look at that.
If you click on there's like an edit button near the initiative up at the top, you should be able to put mods to initiative. It should be init mod.
Ah, neat.
Yep. Oh, and it looks like...
Well, for this one, it is 16.
I'm so close. I think that's there. So, right. Okay, cool. And then I need to do one more thing while you folks get your initiative settled. And any combat awareness notations, please make sure you say those.
I have fumble recovery active and one actual deflect.
Cool. Let's see. No. Yes. Fucking guy is so big. So folks at home, last week we did do another opportunity for me to stall. Last week we did do a bit of throw Zach into the game real fast, due to Mike's work situation kind of springing a little bit sooner than we were anticipating. I went ahead and took the time this last week, or early last week, to draw this guy. And that should now have a token there in the corner, hopefully. Did that work?
I don't know. You still need to swap me and Daniel.
How are you and Daniel swap?
Yeah, but yes, the token is now working for me.
Cool, token is showing. And then I should have a handout also. We've got a lot happen here, folks.
You take your time. You're doing great.
I'm doing my best.
I've also got it up as my background image, and I'm...
Yeah, that's there. That's fair. So, Perfect. Background image for now. We'll do it after the combat. Okay, everybody's on the initiative docket, right?
I believe so.
Last bit of information for folks. We were retconning. Last session, Big Toe was inside searching around. That never happened. Big Toe is actually out in the car, keeping the engine running just in case folks need to move out quick. Kincaid, you had mentioned at the end of last session that you were picking up Adrian. I'm going to say that if you wish to, you can now as an action, but if you do not wish to, you can leave him.
Oh yeah, if I heard the guy as I was about to pick him up, I'd leave him there.
Okay.
If that's acceptable.
That is acceptable. Yep.
Restructuring.
I figured everybody was going to roll higher than my 8 for the Scavs, so I wanted everybody to have a nice fair turn, setting up what they're planning to do in response. But they will be coming in through the door, which is on the far right side of the map, over here. They could potentially go up the fire escape to try and get higher ground, and if they have cyberware in their legs, they might be able to clear the distances height-wise without much issue. Sorry, you're up first, Zach.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to move is just number of squares, right?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, I should measure that first. I haven't used this in Roll20 for a while. Tell you what, I'll just hustle, run.
Mm-hmm.
Up to this corner so I can have a view of that door.
Perfectly fine. And if you'd like, you can ready a action. You can also be in that square if you want to be. Yeah, I'll let it.
No, I'm okay without ready.
Okay. KK done. You're up. Squints.
I'm gonna move over here and try to climb up the ladder to get up here.
Okay. So the ladder will count as twice as much movement, and as mentioned last session, it's 15. So that'll translate to 5 meters, which will translate, more importantly, to 3 squares. So it'll take 6 squares of movement to go up.
Can I double move to get up there all the way?
You can run or hustle, and
Right.
that's absolutely fine.
I'm gonna hustle.
Hustle was not the term. Okay, hustle's not the term. Never mind.
Run is fine. It's the actual.
Run is by the book the correct term.
Yeah.
I just said hustle,
But
and that
you
was
can't-
count on.
You obviously can't run up ladders, so.
And
Squint's
you're on your
solid.
cyberware.
I mean, I guess that's true. Grip, you're up next. I'm gonna assume that Grip has a higher reflex than Leo. Is that fair?
Mine's
I mean, I have
8,
an 8,
just to
but
throw it
I think
out.
we both do. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
but he can go first.
Okay.
Cool. I think Grip's gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to here. And can I see through this door?
Through the storage container?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
This-
so. There, it's like the best way to think of it, kind of looking in, and I know it doesn't show it. I'm going to show you a handout here. It's not going to show it in the handout, but it'll give you a better idea of the 3-dimensionality of the space. Here we go, and here we go. So, a lot of them are actually doors off, like they've been broken off, and the contents have been removed, and now inside there are like dirty mattresses kind of laying around. You've got cardboard boxes that are serving as like bedside tables with burnt spoons and like, just messes of like weird electronics kind of next to these like dirty mattresses. It looks like the people that were living here didn't really take much into care of privacy, more just like defense of the elements. So there was like tattered kind of cloth material or plastic kind of hanging on the doorways, but they're certainly not obscuring. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. So this token that I can see. I want to take a shot at.
Okay, so yeah, instead of firing through, you'd be firing kind of out. And yeah, if you can see him, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to say he has a bit of cover, so unless you're taking an aimed shot, it's going to hit the cover, which will be the wall and door in between you and him. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will take an aimed shot, though.
Okay, so it'll be a -8 to the roll.
And I have +1 from the Cyber Eye.
Yep. Okay. So it was an aimed shot. You can technically aim at a specific location with an aim shot, which again would be up to you. Could be, I would say, based on the framing, it's either going to be his arm, his right hand, which is the hand holding his gun, the gun itself, or his head.
Let's go for the right arm. You said the right arm is holding the gun.
You betcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's blow that thing off.
So I'm going to go ahead and, because of that, let's see. Bear with. Why isn't it giving me the little dice roll up in the top anymore? Interesting. So yeah, go ahead and... Fuck me.
Okay.
Well, that's the rest of the game, folks. If you're not interested in watching me and Joe make out and then do sexing, this isn't the game for you anymore.
Howdy, Scavs.
The title worked out perfectly. I'm looking for the... God damn it. You're going to hit his arm, so I'm going to say that based on damage, which isn't terribly much, it's going to be the weaker of the arm-related damage. I think it's broken arm. Sorry, I'm just having an annoyance with Roll20. First time Cyberpunk has actually done something like this for me. And now my acrobat is being annoying. Great. Oh, I'm gonna fight everything. Yeah, I want to, but the music is like action packed, and I'm like, yeah, let's get to the killing, and then it's like, boom, boom. I'm so sorry. Where the fuck is my book?
What are you looking for?
My core rulebook. It's, for some reason, Adobe updated and it doesn't have all of my recently looked at documents in it anymore. Yeah, and then OBS updated, so we almost didn't have sound, and then Zoom obviously doing its goofy stuff. Critical injury. Okay, he's going to drop his weapon, which he was holding an assault rifle, and I'm going to say that he has the broken arm. So he can't use his right arm anymore, and obviously he dropped it. He would need to repair his arm for that to be fixed. And I think I have one for broken arm, right? No, that's leg.
Sorry, I'll take one more step behind this box.
Yep, sorry for that
my
taking
turn.
forever. Okay.
That's okay.
Leo, you're up.
Alright, so from where I'm at, I can see 3 people.
Yeah.
Like, that means I can actually see, my character can see them? Is that right?
Unless they're these ones down here, yeah, you need sight through this door.
Nah. Nah, I see 2 green guys and then a partial of someone in front of them.
Okay. You'll want to be able to take your ruler and draw a line. So I would say, like, where you're currently at, not as easy, I would say, as a shot as that one, kind of going through the door. Those one, you're looking. Yeah, you're looking out this door. I'll close that
It
because
was
that
also from here too.
seems to be
so
causing
it's-
issues. Does that better determine like what you can see and what you can't? Because you can't see.
Yeah. Now I was
Can't
saying now
see that
I see
door.
like a little bit of a single person out there.
Sure, you can't see out that door because that door is open, but it's open 15 feet up, so you can't see like,
Okay.
rainbows
That's what I was
going.
wondering.
No problem.
Yeah. All right.
I'm opening it back up because there is a guy up there.
All right. So that's partial movement. All right. Now I can see 2 people out that line.
Sure.
One of those is the one that was shot, right?
Yeah, that's this guy here.
Okay. And the one behind him, I'll show the line.
No, I got you. I'm okay with it. Totally chill.
That one.
Going-
Can I see what they have in their hands?
I would say it kind of looks like they're holding an SMG. Or possibly an assault rifle. You can't tell from here.
Okay. I'll just fire at the one that's already been shot at.
Take it. And again, it has to be aimed because the wall or the door frame. So it's gonna miss.
Is it a 9 hit?
No. Thanks for doing the math, though. I'm terrible at it. It kind of clips on the side of the door. Nice big spark. And then you finish your movement bolting towards the cover. Okay, hungry. Your squad is in action.
I already disarmed one. Ah, cut. That's for the audience.
Yeah, we know
You
our
get one.
we know our
You get
audience.
one.
If we do puns, she'll keep coming back.
Somebody. I'm not moderating this chat.
She is.
I know. We have to keep her coming back.
Keep the fan happy.
Keep the fan. Old hats will know. Like I think Zach will know. It used to be a guy named Ian. I miss Ian.
Yeah.
He's still in the Discord. He just so busy. Anyway, sorry. Hungry.
Yeah, I'll move up to this shipping container, pull out the fancy heavy pistol and the regular heavy pistol that I have, and I will ready in action to shoot at the first person that comes through the door. Is that a
Okay.
thing I can do?
Yeah. All right. So
it'd be, they both have a rate of fire of 2, and I'm dual wielding them, so it'd be 4 shots, right?
yeah, it incorrect. Sorry. Rate of fire is cap out, so that'll be the top number of shots you can shoot in the turn. So with rate of fire 2 weapons, you can fire 1 each, or you can fire 1 twice.
Okay.
Yeah, and then for
Well,
rate of fire,
Is it even
go ahead.
right on? I'm gonna have the second pistol out for flavor, but
No,
I'll
it is
definitely just shoot the first one twice.
the reason why it's good is ammunition management. So and also like variants in weaponry styles.
And
That's why
looking
it's,
cool.
and also looking rad.
He had it right.
Yeah, it looks good.
Hold him sideways
Got
while you're
them
at
both
it.
out.
Well,
Hell yeah.
Kill shot. Kill shot.
Well, guess what? It's time. So
chance, motherfuckers.
the guy with the arm moves.
Think
to the
about
side.
it. Is it worth your life?
He moves to the side of the door. He doesn't go through and pulls out a pistol. His arm completely just hanging from the socket. As he does so, the other one that was behind rushes in, moving to right about there with an SMG, and she is going to spray it at Kincaid. But before that happens, Hungry, you're gonna kind of yell your bit, and then she's like, ah! Rushes in, and you're like, pistols to the side out, and then fire. Go ahead and take your shots. Okay. All right. So the issue here is you don't have 2 quasars; you have 1 quasar. So it's okay.
Right, with that.
Um,
Of 2.
You said fancy pistol and then normal pistol, right? Oh, you're shooting both out of the quasar. You shoot
Yeah,
both out of
but
the quasar.
doesn't.
Yes, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's
it
fine.
has a rate of fire of 2.
Yes. Sorry, I thought you were going to fire 1 and 1. It's totally fine. That works. So, these aren't charge shots. So that'll hit. There's no cover here. They do have armor. It doesn't matter, I don't think. Let's see. You're at 12 meters, so that's a 15. Yeah, it definitely hits. 9 damage. She'll take 5. So it cuts through clean. It doesn't like hit and kind of like cause her to reel or stop. So as she's moving, you can see the line kind of cut through her, but she's still kind of moving. Like the adrenaline she's apparently built up in herself has allowed her to do the things she wants to do still. So she is going to be firing an SMG.
Question, Chuck.
Yeah.
Is this the one I did the stare down against?
This is a different one.
Okay. Is she around? Is she going to be involved?
Did you do it on a... I thought you did it on the bosses. Was it her?
It was somebody up in a fire escape.
Oh, yeah. No, it was her. Wait, no, it was her. Sorry, this one here. She's still outside.
Okay. I'm just asking for flavor's sake.
Good. Yeah, so this is a new, fresh one that's not scared of you. The other one might be, but this one's going to fire her SMG at you. She is doing that now. Hopefully. Hold on a second here.
Maybe.
Perhaps.
All the
maybe.
time in the world.
Okay.
Shoot me when you're ready, sweetheart.
So a bunch of bullets start just clattering against the storage container in between you and her. You're able to kind of like do a cool, like, tuck back into cover, hat, kind of shifting to the side as like flashing lights kind of skip past. Very dramatic and cool looking, but ultimately from her, nothing. Then this guy moves over to here, posts up at the door. These ones are going to run in. Like literally run in. And kind of move in on Hungry. As they do so, Baby Cat, please. They are wielding machetes, which actually just look more like kind of sharpened hunks of metal, to be honest. And then this lady will appear up here, squints and come out. It looks like she ran to get there, but as she kind of sees you, she kind of turns and faces you and lifts up her pistol. She's not shooting because she ran to get here. Last but not least, this guy's going to move in and get behind these boxes here. And Hungry, you don't have any self-ice, do you? No?
I don't think so. No.
Okay, so you would detect something kind of entering into your system, and it looks like there's a quick hack that is being uploaded into your neuroport. However, it kind of gets to the halfway point, and then you see like blinking, failed, as the Netrunner failed to make their interface check to upload that quick hack. But you have a Netrunner jacked into your neuroport now. So the
They
only
got
shot...
a goddamn computer wizard. It's trying to get in my head.
The only other thing I've got is this guy back here, who took post at the door, is going to try to shoot Kincaid as well. This is going to be a single shot from an assault rifle, however.
With one hand?
No, this is another guy. The one-handed
Oh,
guy.
different guy. Sorry.
One-handed guy.
I can see like 1 1/4 of them.
Yeah, this guy's definitely taking an aim shot against
Gotcha.
you. It's a very heavy amount of cover between, and he is going to miss. But it's one of those misses where it's like real close, and for like dramatic effect, it like clings off of the storage container, just narrowly clipping like the face. It's like a small little streak of blood. It's very close. I missed it by I hit the DV. I did not go over it.
Get in line.
Kincaid, you're up.
Yeah, I'm stepping out. The one that was hit by Hungry is this one?
Hit by Hungry. This one, yeah.
Okay. I'll draw a pistol, fire once at her, and I'll fire once at the one south of me.
Okay. that will hit her.
And-
That'll do 6. Okay.
17 for the second attack.
That'll hit her. And you said you're shooting this one here?
The one directly south, yeah.
Okay. So 13. Okay. So as like the submachine gun fire is coming in, and then you see the bullet kind of trace through her, she kind of lets off the gas a bit and kind of looks towards Hungry. In that moment, like you kind of take the cut to the face, pull around the corner coming out with the pistol, take the shot, hit her center of mass. There's kind of like a meaty plunk, and she kind of drops a little bit, but she kind of looks up at you angrily. You don't have time for that. You're already turning your position and shoot her in the back, and she falls forward. She's actually bleeding like quite heavily. This lady here is seriously injured. Squints, you are next. Unless you have any other actions.
I'll finish up movement here.
Okay.
Okay. The girl that came up the stairs, I'm going to do 2 aim shots at her head.
Okay. So you'll have a minus
Do 2.
8. It did shoot twice. So you need to
Okay,
hit
I just want to make sure.
14 at
And-
this range.
I have a +1 to my shots for my first attack, and then I also critic on 9s and
I'm
10s.
gonna be insanely nice here. You'll want to step forward. Actually, I think you'll need to step forward 2 spaces to get her within 6 meters. Yeah. So you kind of walk forward in like point blank range and then fire. I'm being extremely
Okay, so I need
nice.
to be closer on that.
Yeah, because
Okay,
it would have
sorry.
increased the
Yep.
DV just a little bit. So 21 to hit. Minus 8 is going to be a number, which is 13. And then you have plus 1 because of, this dice roll was a 7. So that will not proc critical success. The same is true of the second roll. Or sorry, a 6 and a 5 is what you rolled on the dice. However, the first one will hit. It will just hit. The second one will not. So you'll do 15 damage, and you said you were going for the head?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right between the eyes.
So the second shot doesn't hit because there's no target. So you kind of bring forward the Mark II, pull the trigger. It hits her dead in the face, and you watch her face like explode outwards, out the back. The mask kind of like flies off to the side, and her jaw goes spiraling to the sides. Her body thumps against the railing behind her, and the second shot obviously misses because that's all gone. You move 2 spaces. You still have some movement if you want to take it.
I'm going to move backwards and get behind this cover.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. I can't go behind cover, but I can get back here in this area. Is that a drop down or is that another?
That's a drop
is
down.
that
That's
like
a drop down.
Okay, so there is no cover up here.
Yeah, this is a drop down. This is about 15
Okay.
feet down this little area here.
Okay, then I will come up here against the wall to try to get cover from these guys out here since I'm higher. So
Okay.
cool. And get on the side of the door.
Grit. From your distance, kind of keeping, overwatch as you kind of pull back into cover. You see that Squints is a little motherfucking murder machine, apparently. How would you like to proceed?
I knew he could.
Probably sling the sniper rifle back around, and I got 4 to there, and then 4 more to there.
Okay.
I'm gonna punch this motherfucker.
Baby cat, baby cat, baby cat, baby cat. Okay, so
Yeah,
he
he
gets an evasion roll. That'll fail. He'll take 13 to body shot. You're using a gorilla arm, which is considered a melee weapon, which means that it's going to ignore half the armor that they had, which was at a 3, so now it's a 1, so they'll take 12 damage. And then second attack. Rate of fire on punching is 2. Okay. Evasion. Go ahead and roll 2d6 for me. 7.
I already got the critical hit. Oh, that's
Okay,
your roll.
so you kind of come in forward and like slam him in the chest as he kind of tries to jump back. You kind of hit him. You can feel like the pressure kind of hit and like him drop back a bit. And then he lifts his gun up to try, or like lifts his arms up to try and block you. And you punch so hard that you punch his arms, made out of like metal, into his chest. Like you slam his fingers into his own chest with your punch. He falls to the ground like spasming, a mixture of coolant fluid and blood kind of seeping out onto the ground.
I'm gonna cavalcock my weapons and then end my turn.
Bam bam! Is that the official terminology, cavalcock? I love
It is
that.
now. Don't care. That's awesome.
Leo, so you would detect that the runner of the group appears to be kind of backlining it. It's the guy in like the blue cap. That's not the one with his arm broken. He's kind of outside, hard to see from your.
I don't even think I can see him. Oh, I can kind of see the edge of a circle.
However, what you could do if you want to try and play the long game, you could jack into Hungry, pathfind through him, and then lock into the Netrunner.
Could do that. But
How you like that? How great does that sound?
these two that I can see,
What the fuck?
are either of them damaged?
Holy shit. If they're inside of the place, and the Netrunner's not the guy in the blue cap. I'm a liar and a whore. It's this fucking dickhead right here, who is behind
That
the
guy that
boxes.
shot at me?
No, he didn't shoot at you. This guy shot
who the hell
you.
shot at me?
This guy shot
Oh, I still can't see whoever that
you.
is.
It's fine. It's fine.
Don't worry, I'll get him. I was just making stuff, trying to keep track.
I really didn't expect you guys to say, fuck off, Scavs. You guys have to leave. I expected you to
called
fight
it fuck
those...
Scavs.
Right, no, I expected you to do that, but I expected you to fight those three, and then these other guys come in to join the fight, not them leave and then come back. Although it works out, it's fine.
We were hired to clear the building.
I'll jack into him.
We weren't hired to murder all these guys.
Okay, well, you get more money.
If I can save ammo, I'm gonna save ammo.
Right, ammo is not cheap. Okay, so you'll go ahead and jack into him. He does not
Especially
have
not
stealth
sniper
ice.
ammo.
Oh, baby. Okay, then I would like to puppet. Can I borrow 2 luck from people? Anyone?
Yeah, I'll
Anybody?
give you.
I
I got
throw
you.
one.
1 and 1?
Wait, and then I'll add 3 of my own.
Okay.
As long as it's not a 1. Alright.
So, yeah, that'll
Okay.
work. You have control of him. I'm going to double check the wording. I think you do it on their turn. They do the thing on their turn, right?
I believe so. I should have
Okay.
just slept, but it's fine.
Fair enough. I mean, you can change it if you want to. They're the same DV, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'll just knock him out. It's fine.
Okay. Sleepy times. Alright.
Then I
Then,
move back over, so we're good.
okay. Cover. Hungry, you're up. I'm gonna make the map a little bigger. Looks like we're getting a little further back. There we
No
go.
one touch him, he's mine!
The guy who's asleep in the alley.
Well, he's just inside. He ran inside. I forgot the... Yeah. Okay, Hungry.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
step out from the behind cover and take 2 shots
Okay, so this...
at the person close to me.
Yeah, she got shot in the back and kind of fell forward onto her knee, but you kind of point the gun down at her. Take the shot. That'll hit point blank, and that'll scatter her. So you kind of like point down, hit her in the clavicle, goes right through her rib cage. She falls to the ground, kind of falling back. Second shot. You want to shoot that one? You can keep moving if you want to too.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. I got 3 squares left. Another 16 to hit. I don't think.
Well, move where you're going to move so I can measure from that location. Just because, again, you want to be closer with pistols. You moved one square so far,
I plan to move back.
Oh,
Behind
Oh,
the
so
brick.
you're gonna shoot from here and then move.
You're gonna shoot from here then? Okay.
Yeah.
So 10 meters out, we needed a 15, 16 will hit. 13 will drop her. And then go ahead and finish your turn out. So as she's kind of like stopping and taking stock and like looking at Kincaid as he kind of rushes out, getting ready to unload on him, bullet hits her in the side of the neck and she falls to the ground. That happens. I don't know who did that, but glorious. Okay, it'll go to them. This guy, seeing the writing on the wall, is going to run up the street. This guy, too stupid to know better, is going to run in, or walk in, and he's got an assault rifle, and as he's coming up close to you, Kincaid, you can see that the AR has a shotgun underneath, and he's going to pull it up and fire.
Neat. I get to shoot him first.
Haha!
Perks see it coming.
Indeed. So perks are a thing that we have in our homebrew shenanigans. They're kind of similar to stuff that happens in 2077. This is the first time in Run the Block we're utilizing one. And yeah, he can shoot the attacker so long as they move within 4 meters of him.
Blammo.
That will work. And that's the first time he's been hit, so...
I was hoping to use it on the girl, but whatever.
Yeah, she exploded. Okay. So, he's still alive. Shotgun is gonna happen. And do you have a reflex of 9 or 8 or higher?
8, yes.
Okay. So you can choose to just take static shock, or you can attempt to evade.
I'll try to evade. Is that body?
So evade should be under fighting.
Fighting. Sorry.
No worries.
A lot. I got a lot.
32.
Jesus, fuck. Yeah, I don't think there's really much that's going to. Yep, nope. 32 is a very high number.
That's very high.
Solid roll.
So it's a shotgun shell that's fired from the the underbarrel, and you kind of like throw your coat up and kind of like move your head down, and you can feel like it hit against the armor jack of the coat, but in the heaviest parts, and you just kind of evade the brunt of the shot.
Does that move me at all on the map, or
just for flavor? You just kind of like throw the cloak up, and kind of like the shotgun kind of blast into you, but doesn't actually hit.
I like it.
You. So it's your immediate. Oh wait, no, sorry. This asshole is gonna run in. Actually, remove him back 1. That's 6, and then he's gonna go 6 more. He's gonna move past you and try and get into Hungry's face. Yeah.
Got someone bigger to get past first.
Oh yeah, for sure. But he, when he comes in and like is facing off against you, you see that he's holding a punk knife. You know what that is?
Yep.
Okay. So that's it for this.
What about the rest of us that might not know what a punk knife is?
Great. Punk knife is a kind of like it's a mechanicalized dagger or knife or blade that has, typically throwing knives, that has a cartridge set inside of it, and when it impacts something, it kind of discharges the cartridge to just put its contents onto the blade or inject them into a flesh target if it actually embedded in it. Neurotoxins are typically put into punk knives. The Netrunner is going to attempt to...
The one that's asleep?
Sleep more.
Good answer.
I was just checking. I was checking you. It was actually
making sure everybody's accounted for.
Testing
right?
our notes. Right. Of course.
Making sure everybody's paying attention.
That's it.
Yeah.
Of course.
I wouldn't have got anything wrong.
No.
Kincaid, guy with shotguns.
I heard somebody else make an escape.
Yep. They are booking it northbound. They are heading out of the area. The guy who got his arm broken and was talking shit.
I really don't love that. I'll step up to this guy. You know what, for funsies, I'll do an aim shot. I'll do a headshot. Does a
Okay.
13 hit them?
So -8. So yeah, DV would have been 13. Do you have anything that adds +1 to your stuff? Because 13 will miss exactly, miss. It's targeting scope in your eyeball.
I have something like that actually. Sorry. Cyber optics.
Yeah, cyber optics.
Image enhance?
Targeting scope is what we want.
No, I do not.
Okay, so that'll miss just. So you kind of brush forward,
Bummer.
push his rifle aside and shoot at his face, and as it kind of like does so, it kind of twitches to the side, just barely missing. Okay, you just have a second shot with the Lexington.
All right, I'll be all embarrassed and shoot him in the chest.
Okay. So you kind of
An
like
18.
shoot and then push the barrel down into his chest and pull the trigger. It looks like his Kevlar armor soaks up a bit of that, but he does still take 5 to the chest, and that will seriously injure him. Okay. Kincaid.
And I'm gonna move past him.
Okay. All right. Squints, you're up.
This guy is not
He's
above,
unconscious.
he's below, right?
Yeah, and he's down
Okay,
below.
he's
Yep.
unconscious. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how this is going to work, but since I might not have a direct sight to that guy that was in front of Kincaid, I'd like to do a ricochet shot off here into there.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely.
So 2 shots, ricochet, so
-4 for the ricochet, and then yeah, both of those will hit. I'm gonna move you off of him for a second.
Okay.
But as you kind of move over top of him, look down and kind of like, it's kind of a narrow grate, and then you kind of point like towards Kincaid a little bit as he's rushing towards the door. You pull the trigger twice, and Kincaid's like, the bullets go papillon, papillon, both slamming into the guy, who unfortunately, because he just took damage, is going to be waking up. He is seriously
Motherfucker, you didn't listen to me.
Oh, that's
I
the
thought
guy that's asleep.
This was the guy that was asleep, you
Yeah,
said.
that's what
He was shooting at the guy I
it's
just
not
shot.
I shot this
Ricochet.
guy. The guy that had the shotgun.
Yeah, it was off like this
'Cause
and then down like that.
I pinged the
was
guy.
the shot.
I pinged the guy to be
No,
sure. And
this guy,
nobody-
this
okay.
guy.
So then instead,
This-
what happens is the bullets hit and go around the kind of structure down at a diagonal and hit the guy, who will die. How did you even?
I like that better.
Okay, you popped out,
Nice.
saw him from there. Then
Me too.
Got it.
Yeah, that's why he was getting on top of the other
Because
guy.
I heard I heard a shotgun,
We're
so
good.
that's why I got literally on top of him.
I'm the one that got confused. It's okay.
My bad.
No, I'm the one that got confused. Not your bad. My
Well.
bad. Grip is up.
Yeah, I'm gonna beat his ass. Can I put luck into this shot?
Yeah, you put luck into any roll.
Put 2 luck into this.
Almost any roll.
So that's a 19.
And he's got to roll evasion. Nope. Okay.
2 more luck. Oh, I didn't need it.
Okay. So the first damage isn't going to be much. And the second one's not terribly great either.
Half armor. I don't know if that helps.
It does. But even still, he's just wearing Kevlar, so it's not like a bunch. He is seriously injured. Alright. Grip, you are done. Leo, you are up.
I just gotta measure real quick. There you go. Just trying to be 26 meters away real quick and
Yeah,
shoot this guy.
Okay. You're shooting this guy?
That's the only one that's still up, right?
Well, yeah, it covers kind of works a bit awkwardly in Cyberpunk when people
move
are
further,
involved.
you know?
You may want to create
Take
a line
like
that
2 more steps down.
you want to create a line to him direct, because Hungry would get shot in the ass.
Yeah, should be an easy line to him.
Yeah, you still have a bit of cover here, so you're gonna have to take an aim shot. If a line can be drawn through you center to center perfectly and clean, you can take a shot without an issue. But if it touches any bit of the square, it's going to cause problems. Jack it in.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
This guy does not have self eyes.
Okay, do you say he was looking pretty rough right now?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, then I will
He is at least half down.
look at what quick hacks I still have.
Okay, Hungry, you're on deck, by the way. Just be prepared.
Oh, you think I won't kill him?
No, I'm just saying, just in case you don't, you know.
He's challenging you.
Dang, the one I wanted is not installed. Alright, well. Yes, I will just try to system reset him, and I'll just dump the last 3 points of luck into it.
Okay. Let's see that interface. Oh, that'll...
Perfect number.
Yeah. You said how much luck? 1?
No, I added my 3 to it.
Oh, 3. Okay, cool. So then, what quick hack was this?
System reset. He's unconscious.
No, he's not.
DB12.
You need to DCB 12. Okay, cool. 13 is the number that you need to hit. That's why my brain's doing dumb stuff. He's unconscious. Alright. Hungry. He's unconscious. Do we want prisoners, or do you want to just end his life now?
Oh, can I finish my movement? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would call Zigzag up.
Okay.
Wait, I wouldn't finish him off.
So the phone would connect to
Don't kill.
The phone would connect to a weird line, and the next 6 seconds of your turn, because the action would have been starting the call, the next 6 seconds or so, so like next turn or two, you'll be basically being patched through some sort of security line through the hollow. They're not going to direct connect you to Zigzag. Which again, you don't notice when you're out of combat, but when in. So it'll go to the Scaver. Kincaid, as you rush out the door, you would hear what sounds like the squealing of a tire. Do you continue chasing outside?
I would, yeah.
You would watch as the massive tank that Big Toe drives slams this guy into a wall with the combat plow, splattering him all over the wall.
Okay, so he is definitely dead.
Yeah,
Okay.
Big Toe apparently cut
Shucks.
him off and just drove him into a wall.
Effective.
Can't win them all.
Simple,
Okay, I'll mosey on
but
back.
effective.
That was the leader, right?
Yeah.
Bummer.
Combat concluded.
I sent you a quick message, John.
Sure. Not technically. That's a good question. Coup de grace or like a kind of final hit. The presumption is that they're not dodging, so you can still miss the DV to shoot somebody, like point blank. You can still miss a target because you're bad, but they won't be able to dodge if they're unconscious. And I believe it's...
How do you miss a point blank shot on someone who can't move?
You could just miss a shot. I know, it's crazy, but like the DVs that are baseline are kind of typical for just hitting a shot, not hitting a moving target, which evasion kind of creates a problem for. But yeah, with combat concluded, there are 2 unconscious scavs. Hungry appears to be on the phone. Does anybody do anything in the immediate aftermath?
Everybody sees Grip finish putting that side or that fucking knife in his pocket. That's mine now. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to take a quick look at the girl that came up top. See what she has on her, what she's made out of.
Yeah, so she had a basically a bolt action rifle. It looks like
They said she had 2 pistols.
on her back. And then she had two
Oh.
pistols that she drew out when she came face to face with you. The pistols are Wonder Nines, so they're basically garbage light pistols. The rifle on her back is a bolt action rifle. It's it looks like it's something from last century. Like it's an ancient looking weapon.
Girl shooting a musket.
It's a bit above musket board, but yeah, it is kind of a shitty weapon. It does look like it has had some custom work done to it, just on glance. So you can definitely kind of piece through that at your pleasure. Kincaid, what are you doing in the immediate aftermath? Again, seeing what happened out there.
Those that were wearing the scrambler masks, I'll take those off and I'll search them for IDs.
Okay. Yeah, you'll kind of come to the point to realize that these are all individuals who are not technically citizens of Night City. They appear to be on a NUSA licensing to allow them to work in Night City, but it looks like these are kind of older, and they look like they've already violated the terms of their stay. They appear to be European individuals who have overstayed their visas from the NUSA and have basically hidden themselves in Night City, which is not actually the NUSA. Like a lot of scabs. Okay. Grip, you put your the knife in your pocket. It's going to be, for now, it's just a light melee weapon. I'll give you the stats on what it does regarding poison. And then, Leo.
Another question for you.
Yeah.
You said there were other ones were wielding machetes.
Yeah.
Can I use machetes as a thrown weapon?
You can throw anything you want in this game. Certain items are going to be better for it.
Careful with your phrasing. Up to what? Wait.
Well, yeah.
Like a person.
So you could throw most things. I guess you're not the
Okay.
Hulk or a Spoderman, if you will. You can throw most things, especially when it comes to weaponry. I would say
Okay.
that you could throw them, sure, but they're not going to go very far in a
No,
lethal fashion.
the rules for thrown weapons are pretty short.
Yeah.
I would. How many machetes? Because I'll collect all those too.
3. And yeah, when I say machete, it's kind of more like it's almost like an industrial part that had like kind of a flat piece that got shaved down and kind of like cut into a blade. I'll see if I can't find a picture of what I'm trying to say.
No, I understand.
Okay.
It's like a shiv.
No,
They're
no,
not like
no.
a.
It's like a butcher's blade, but it was made out of like they literally just sharpened a flat sheet of steel and
Yeah.
have a handle.
It's angle iron. That's all it is.
Yeah, 100%. Anything that you're doing in the immediate aftermath, Leo?
Yeah, I want to go up and inspect the Netrunner, and then
Okay.
I jack into him directly. Is there anything I can do?
So you can jack into him directly as he's system reset. However, because he's in system reset, the only thing you could do at this stage would be apply more quick hacks.
Yeah, but just like one in a round, or how would that work?
So you can make him become unconscious by terminating your quick hack, but then he'll be awake and conscious, and so you would have to deal with that. But yeah, you would have like the upper hand on him. If you want to bind him, that's fine. But again, it looks like his cyber deck is internal, so as long as he can see, and as long as he can, breathe, he's going to be able to quick hack.
Oh, I really want to do the thing I sang you, but that's fine.
I'm checking. You could just say that out loud. Why'd you have to just say that out loud? Just
Very
say-
ominous.
It's pretty dark.
Squints is gonna see it.
No, that's fine. But I
Okay.
mean,
So
does it end at that? Is the question.
Sure. Okay. So I think I understand. I'm gonna put this out narratively to Squints, descriptively, and you tell me if I've gone wrong in what I'm describing here. Okay. So, Squints, you're up above. You're checking out the lady, and as you're kind of looking down, you would see Leo kind of walk over to the Netrunner, grab him up by the hair and look at him, place his pistol into the top of his mouth, and pull the trigger. Then he takes his own personal link cable and connects to the Netrunner, who's dead, and jacks into his neuroport. Is that...
Except it's a
Well, he's
rifle.
going after. He's recycling.
Except what, Dan?
He's recycling.
It's a rifle.
Oh, sorry.
You're putting a rifle into his mouth?
I don't have a pistol.
You don't have a pistol? Okay, so yeah. Then he kind of just leans down, puts the rifle in, and kind of takes his time angling it to shoot the head in a very specific way. It looks like he's done this before. And then he leans down and like grabs like the remnants of the neck and head, pulls out his personal link, and connects to the neck of the individual.
Nailed it.
I'm a ganger. I've seen weird stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of scary coming out of this quiet kid though. Like it just like the vibe is fucked for sure. But you jack into him. You're able to kind of dismantle his cyber deck internally. He has 3 quick hacks installed and 2 programs. Bear with me here while I remember programs. The quick hacks he has installed, one is ping. One is reboot optics, and which is basically the I think I have it on my my list of stuff. If not, I'll have it before you install it next week. Programs though, he has I want to say it's just it's all attackers. Sword, deck crash, and nerve scrub.
Got it. Thanks.
And then the quick hacks were ping, reboot optics, and quick hacks. I want to say it's shit. No, I got it wrong. It's 2 quick hacks, 3 programs. Right. Sorry, I just checked my notes. So the things I said, that's what you got. Okay, so hungry. Phone finally connects in as your crew is kind of dismantling the area, dismantling the scavs. The voice on the other line says, "Yeah, everything done?"
Just finished. Yeah, just finished clearing the place out. Had some interesting individuals try to interrupt us. I didn't know if you wanted any information on them. I got one here still alive. Seem to be international scavs.
Yeah.
Probably taking our jobs to survive.
I'll discuss it with you a bit. I'll be there in 20. Can you hold the location for me?
Yeah, we got one we got one knocked out druggie in there. I'm gonna
Your
just
mom's-
throw him out back.
What's his name?
Did we get his name? I know.
person who has
Something
it is King.
Ella.
Only person who has it is Kincaid. He hasn't mentioned it out loud.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not sure. Never seen him before.
I'll check him
You want me
out.
to keep the 2 of them here? You can question them how you want.
That's fair. And I'm assuming you had some issues.
Yeah, they tried to put up a little bit of a fight. It was kind of cute, really, but not too much trouble.
Regardless, as promised, and a little extra if you hold on to the individual that they were messing with. And you would hear the phone line disconnect. You would see at like the exact same time pop up in your account. So to be the price that was offered, plus the price that was also offered for any problems, and in addition to that, 5,000 eddies.
So 25,000.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yes, it is.
10,000, 10,000, 5,000.
You have 20 minutes. Obviously, we're not going to do that in real time, but if there's anything that anybody wants to do during that time. I need to know what it is. Big Toe's obviously going to be scrubbing the dead guy off of his combat blow.
If there's anything left of the boss, Kincaid would like to have a look at him, see if he's recognizable.
Big Toe will kind of look at the guy's rifle over near the door, kind of walk over to it, pick it up, kind of look at it. It's a D8 Umbra. He shrugs and he throws it into his truck, ignoring the body. So yeah, you can go ahead and check him out. He does not appear to have any identification, and when you try to pull him on NCPD, he doesn't even have the same like issues that the other individuals had, where it shows like he's got a warrant out because he's avoiding NUSA retrieval, because he's avoiding visa disruption. This guy just does not seem to exist. The leader of the Scavs who was talking shit at the beginning.
Is he kitted out in any way?
Gear-wise,
especially,
he definitely had that D8 Umbra, which is kind of a shitty assault rifle. The
I'm not interested in the gun. I'm just curious what his loadout was.
His gear was very kind of better than theirs, but still low tier for edge runner type.
Okay. Sorry, sounds like somebody else is talking.
Oh, I was just gonna say I was gonna search the area while we're waiting. Kid's
Okay.
gonna get bored wanting to look around.
So you would find the same thing that Kincaid did during his daylight hours. There is a kind of blown up structure over here. It looks like it's been pretty decently damaged, but there's a staircase inside of the storage container that leads down and goes into kind of a smaller space where there is a door that is open. The door was not open when Kincaid was down here, as a note. And it looks like the door opened leads into some sort of small little like warehouse, just like the one above. Lower roof in here, but there's a bunch of stuff stored in here. And on the far side of that space, you'd also see it looks like there's some sort of large tunnel access. And I will move you to that map. You'd be entering in from here. I don't know if you can see the whole map or not.
Yes.
Okay.
I can anyway.
You don't have to put your token down. This is not technically a fight here or anything, Chody, but just looking at the map and kind of also, here's a handout. Again, more awesome solution maps, by the way. The tunnel position, make it even more awesome with 3D. You're entering in from that image, kind of the far side behind what looks like those 4 containers there, kind of inside that grid structure.
I'd want to check the containers.
Okay, so you would see that they appear to be a fuel source, Chew-2 for the long containers, and then the barrels appear to have petroleum in them, which is not common. And depending on who you ask, it is either something that is worth something or it is not worth anything. It's a commodity that is very niche in in this game's modernity, because everything is powered with Chew.
I would get on the call that our team is on and let them know what's down here, and that I found the place down here, and let them know what I found so far.
Okay.
And it was Chew containers, the fuel?
That's right. These white containers will be Chew.
Yeah. And petroleum.
And then these barrels are petroleum.
Probably the less I know, the better. The guy we left alive, I want to roll him over and cuff him.
Okay.
And
I also have duct tape. I don't know if we want to secure feet too.
I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, get them all fucking tied up.
Go nuts, yeah. Go
Both of them.
wrap him up.
Like a professional, like grip binds both feet, like
Untied.
and hands. Oh yeah, they're They're
3
secured.
seconds flat. If he's not part of your transaction, Hungry, I'd like to have a word with him when he comes to.
Yeah, you're welcome to question him about whatever. My boss is on his way down here to do the same.
You, want me to see if I can get him to wake up sooner? Grip kind of smiles.
Yeah, for Kincaid's sake, it seems like he's got some questions for him.
How long does
We got a
system
little bit of
reset?
time to kill.
How
I
does
was gonna say it'd be a
It's
waste.
1 minute or until they take damage.
Okay. I would say that they probably start kind of like regaining consciousness at this point, like the system reset's kind of concluded. And I'm assuming that Leo, you're kind of not even concerned with what's going on over there as you're kind of locked into this guy and figuring out more about
Correct.
him. Go ahead and make an interface roll for me because there's a small bit of information I want to play at here, but yeah, it's definitely buried inside of this guy's memory.
Gotcha. Any day, roll 20.
Sometimes, man.
Sometimes it is a complete jerk, but most of the time it does the thing I want it to. This is the first time I've had trouble with Cyberpunk this entire, 2024, 2025.
Yeah.
D&D has been an asshole, but again, I understand.
Oh,
I understand that's going to be adding a number. That's totally fine.
adding 6 to that. Yeah.
So
I clicked the roll interface twice and it's not doing anything.
this is a very interesting bit here. So inside of his cyber deck, like you have your kind of folders kind of structured, and everybody kind of has their own methodology for how they order things. And this is kind of like a fun part for you because you get to methodically get to pick apart how they constructed their whole life, which you literally have in shambles in front of them. And so there's this one folder you kind of go to that's entitled WTF, and you open it, and inside there are some very corrupted XBD files, which are ew, right? Why are you saving those in a deck? That's creepy. Just keep the cart, you sick fuck. But then the other thing that he has in there appears to be a data shard pull, like a rip from a data shard that you open, and you would read. It's titled, where are my notes? There we go. Patent number 444-3-45. And this is what the file reads as.
You press enter.
Right.
You would spend some time kind of looking at it. Do you have cryptology, I believe is the skill?
I don't believe so, but I can check.
Cryptography, sorry.
That's that study
What
of
would it be under?
Bigfoot and stuff.
What'd you say?
What's it under? Education?
Oh, education, sorry. And what were you saying, Chody? It was probably hilarious.
Nope, it was
He
dumb.
was making an excellent joke, is all. You missed it. That's all.
Not working.
It's fine. I'll probably watch it on the replay. It's whatever.
No, I don't have it trained.
Okay, so then
Don't forget to write the timestamp down.
you would know that the data encryption here is definitely not going to be something that typical interface is going to allow you to play at. You do know that if you can find the access code, you can enter the access code into the shard's information and get details on whatever this patent number data shard is. But from what you can tell, this was uploaded in August, or this was hacked, or basically copied in August, or sorry, not August, May of last year by this netrunner.
Awesome.
All right. Last call. I'm gonna say Squints. You're the one who's kind of advancing in the bottom direction. Is there anything else you want to check out in this specific map underneath, or you just want to leave it?
I would like to just go kind of stick my head into where these tunnels are and see what I can see in those tunnels.
Tunnel to the south, wide open. Looks like it goes for a while. There are lights that kind of sporadically kind of hit at certain points, and from what you can tell, the center portion looks like there's a grating over what appears to be like a maglev well, like where a train like N-cart or something like that kind of would slide across, but it's been kind of guarded up with this grating. On the north side, there is a door. It appears to be a blast door. Older stylings. It looks like it's definitely something that you would see back in like the 2020s. It looks like the security panel on it is still active, but it doesn't look like it's connected. You can actually see the wires at the back of it that are kind of broken and kind of frayed, with occasional sparks kind of flaring off of them. The door has a warning on it. It says, "Warning, trespassers will be terminated." And then below that is the old Militech logo, which is the red words the green words Militech with like a green triangle kind of partitioned into cuts.
I'll put in a call. Hey, Hungry, can you get down here real quick? I gotta show you something, sir.
Yeah, all right.
And then I would go down.
Okay. You follow Leo.
I
or-
advance in the bottom direction.
You follow Squints. Wrong nerd, sorry. And you head into the space. You walk over, you see the Militech door.
Looks like there could be some danger or a big prize behind here, boss. I didn't know if you wanted to know first or what we'd want to do with this or leave it alone. What are you thinking?
Probably best to leave it alone for now. Let our contractor decide what he wants to do with it when he gets here. I'm sure he
Quite right,
probably
sir.
already knows whatever's on the other side of this shit is already here.
We staying to meet this here contractor?
Yeah. Yeah, he should be here shortly.
You head back up.
And I would follow back up.
As you're coming up out of the space here, Kincaid and Leo, you would hear the drone of an AV. Although not a loud drone of an AV. Definitely like a very crisp, like brand new Rayfield Excalibur like drone. And you would see a silver Aerodyne vehicle land just outside. The door opens, and out comes an individual dressed in full Militech garb, although there's no Militech logos on his personage. He appears to be the fastest and most precise individual you've seen, just based on the way he exits the AV, moves his head around, and like locks everything into kind of like his sightline. It's actually kind of intimidating and a bit confusing that this guy's coming out of this really nice looking AV. Dude looks like he belongs on a war front. Just behind him, a dark-skinned, complexioned man with beautifully done hair. He looks like there's green and purples throughout his hair. Wearing a green suit, kind of yellow underneath, and just possibly one of the most expensive outfits you've seen in your lifetime. Just kind of coming out of the space. The individual who came out first, Kincaid, you're the first person who is kind of seen? Or would it be Leo?
That's up to you. I don't know. I'm
I'm
sort of
asking
posted up.
I'm asking you two. I'm just wondering who...
Sure, I'll be the first one he sees.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably back away anyway.
The solo-looking guy kind of looks at you, and in kind of like a grizzled voice that sounds like very angry and very Korean, says, "Back the fuck up." And then you hear the guy behind him says, No, it's fine. They're Hungry's crew. Don't worry about it, Salt. And he kind of keeps his eyes on you, and these two will walk in. So that's Zigzag, and then this is what I guess he does still have Militech logos on him. But
Oops.
that's fine. That guy walks in. That's the solo. The mask would actually be down. in this current vector. They enter in. Hungry, you come up, and you would see that this pair walk into the space. Zigzag's looking around, sees you, kind of nods, and starts walking in your direction. You would see Salt with like a cat-like grace kind of leap up onto the balcony up above and just kind of stand there with his arms crossed, kind of watching from above. And Zigzag walks up to you. Did you go downstairs?
Yeah. Yeah, we were checking, make sure nobody else was here.
Did these ones go downstairs?
Just the one with the glasses.
Okay. I'm going to explain something to you folks, just out in the open, so we understand ourselves and there are no misunderstandings. It's not a problem, Hungry, until it is. The only people who know that this tunnel exists are in this room. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm pretty confident Hungry's not going to talk about it. It kills reputation. And Salt's not going to talk about it. If word about this tunnel gets outside of this room, I'm going to find out who talked. And I'm going to send Salt to meet up with you. Simple as that. He looks at Hungry. I've paid you. I did not ask you to keep any kind of discretion. So obviously this is a matter of concern for me in that my plans moving forward have a lot to do with this access point. And if Militech becomes aware that I am aware of it, problems will arise for me. I'm a very big fan of older economics, so I'll make sure that those trickle down to you as well. Not a threat. I just want to make sure you understand the gravity of what we are standing above.
Oh yeah. I mean, what tunnel are you talking about? Squinch, you see a tunnel? I didn't
Huh?
see any fucking tunnel.
Zigzag actually gets a smile from the dorky kid looking up with his big glasses. Good.
They're good guys. I vouch for them. If word does get out, it'll be very easy to find all of us.
I would not enjoy it. But I'll explain to you so you understand why it is necessary to remain quiet here. That tunnel, if it's breachable, leads all the way to Corpo Plaza. Technically beneath it. Because they built right on top the wreckage after the Arasaka Tower was bombed in 23. An opportunity exists here that me and my compatriot have been waiting for since the time of the Red. So, I thank you for your help here. You're free to go. We've got it under control now.
Anytime. Pleasure doing business with you, boss.
Nods his head. Salt obviously watches like a predatory bird from above, arms crossed, just making sure everybody's kind of taking stride and heading out. And Zigzag almost immediately kind of just passes by everybody and will head down into the sub-level himself.
You need that one. And I nod towards
Thank you. Get back.
Ella.
Zigzag stops and goes, "Oh, right." And he walks over to him, looks down at him, grabs him by the chin, kind of looks him over. Huh.
I'll recite his name for him.
I have one question for him, but I'm assuming that'll be something you'll need to ask him for me. My question, and this is very important, Ask him what he was doing here. And if he mentions anything about the tunnel, he's a loose end, and I would need that dealt with.
Hungry, feel free to share my address with your employer here. Ella stays with me tonight. I'll see what I can find out what he knows.
Nods.
All right.
And he'll then continue back into the hole. If everybody else is heading out, you're going to your own individual locations after being sent some money, I believe, from Hungry.
Yeah, it's
Quick
50
question.
for everybody.
Fire away.
That guy who was also there, who was like passed out / super drugged up, whatever happened with him? Does he just get up in the middle
That's
of the
who we
night
were
and
talking
run
about.
out screaming?
That's who we were just talking
Oh,
about.
I was thinking the one that
You're
was tied
wondering
up.
about the last scav, who I'm assuming they're going to just
Yeah.
zero immediately.
Well, they're
Okay, yeah, I thought everyone was discussing the scab, and I was like, what about this fucking dude?
They are not going to just kill him. Unfortunately, that guy has a hellish night ahead of him. But it's okay. You don't have to worry about it. It's not you.
I was going to interrogate that guy to learn more about scavs, but he's got his own can of worms coming. I'll
For
take
sure.
Ella out of the picture.
With the Netrunner's connections, what you would know is that this group of scavs is a part of a larger gang of scavs that used to exist inside of Japantown and were muscled out by who they call the Dark Knight, which is just a weird kind of coincidence that they would call him that. But based on the description that you have in this guy's data files, the guy who just walked in with Zigzag is probably the individual that they were keying in on, and calling all sorts of different names. But apparently, this guy's specific name for it was Batman. Copyright infringement be damned. That said, these scavs are now kind of present here, and it seems like their boss is not the dead guy outside, based on what you can tell. It's someone that they call Alpha.
Gotcha.
And you would note, too, that every single one of their phones has an encrypted line to him, but you're not so stupid with that 10 that you rolled on your interface for this guy's brain hack to call that number, because what you know is it's a call line that keys you into an encryption lock, which basically determines where the caller's located. It's like what cops, like phone receivers, whatever it's called.
Tracer.
My brain's yeah, it's effectively like a tracer system. When you call it voluntarily, you're effectively submitting your location to the phone call.
I'll pass the info on to Kincaid.
All right.
I'll hold on to the number.
Kincaid's taking Ella, says he's going to take him to his apartment. His apartment. No problems with that, Hungry?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh,
Big Toe's going to head back to he's going to head back home, unless you want him to stick around as driver.
I
will not
don't
ride
think
with him.
So he can head back home.
Okay. Leo, Hungry would probably get a pickup from Chino in the food truck. You're heading back to the same mega building. So are you, Rip. I'm assuming you two will kind of head home that way. And you all
I want my handcuffs back, by the way, if I could.
Yeah. You pull them off of him.
Take them off that dead man.
Yeah. When you say, do you want to tie him up to Salt? Salt shakes his head. And just like quietly just kind of shakes his head. And the guy's kind of like conscious and like kind of not moving. But yeah, you folks split up effectively. If you have a ride at the mega building, you get a ride there from Big Toe. He drops you off, you pick up your car, you go back to where you're heading. Adrian will wake up in the midst of the night, but he is very much in a kind of stupor for the remainder of the evening, and is kind of just blathering on about someone. The name keeps coming up over and over again. It's the only thing that is kind of making any sense. But he keeps saying the name Deepak.
Can you put that in the chat somewhere for me?
You bet.
Deep.
Anybody else have anything that they do in the evening time before we refresh to the next day and kind of check what we have on offer here?
I'm gonna go down to the place I do with my buddy for brain dances and arcades and stuff.
Yeah.
Gort Fashenko.
Yep.
I don't know why I remember the name.
It's a good name. Thank Daniel for that one. Okay. He is not there, but there is oh my god, it's been so long since I've worked in like food or retail. What is it when you're a manager but you're not the manager? Shift manager.
You're a lead.
A shift manager. Yeah, one of those is on site, and she's a nice enough lady, and she asks you what you're looking for.
Something to relax. Have some fun. Been a busy day. And would like a little bit something for a nightcap or something.
Oh, if you want something cathartic, I've got a really fun one. It's one I enjoy. It's called Sweet Revenge. Do you want to try it?
Sure, let's go.
So you hit the brain dance, and this appears to be a point of view, BD, of some woman who you don't know. You do get a glance of her in the mirror. She's very muscular and also very kind of like almost kind of cute in the face with like big like rimmed glasses. And apparently the entire BD is her having this elative kind of moment where she learned that her high school sweetheart, who left her and married some guy she was working for, got caught in this big old scandal and finally got the it's this weird cathartic moment where you're just like, you feel like, yeah, fuck her and fuck him too, fucking dicks. And it's just like this like very simple but like awesome elative moment of like people getting their just desserts. And the way that the individual who recorded this felt was so pure and so just amazing. It's like the end of a long story.
All right.
You give the check on the BD after kind of like handling it, just so you know. Maybe check some BDs from that same scroller. And the individual's name appears to be Rem, R-E-M, all caps.
Cool. Do they have a lot more on this guy? Has this guy made quite a bit more?
You would know that she's a girl from...
Jeez, sorry. Yeah.
No worries. Apparently she has some connections with the Mox. And you remember there was a Mox at the last time you met with Flasher. And Billy, before he kind of went off to go deal with his own tragic problems, was basically trying to flirt with that Mox lady that you met. Other than that, you don't think you have any connections to the Mox. But they do have a really cool BD bar up in Watson, known as Lizzie's Bar.
Fantastic. I will note that and maybe go check it out.
Okay. Anybody else have anything they're doing in the evening?
Trying to get Adrianella conscious.
Okay. In the morning, I posted in notifications a scream sheet. The scream sheet's date specifically would have been, or will rather have been, tonight, or rather tomorrow morning, Wednesday. Because remember, Tuesday is when you did the Shining Star job, and literally piggybacked right off of that, got in the car, and went and fucking did this gig. So in the morning, you're getting this scream sheet, Leo, which I posted to you, and I've also posted in notifications here. If anybody else is a scream sheet reader, basically it's like checking the news online or checking the news on your phone on an app or whatever. That's effectively what scream sheets are going to kind of be like. You could go check it at a data term, but who the fuck has time? But yeah, that's new information that's being dropped there. Do you mention the thing you pulled out of the Netrunner to Hungry, since it was the job that you were on, or do you keep that close to the chest, Leo?
The patent?
Yep.
No, I'll just keep that quiet.
Okay. And then regarding the kind of incoherent ramblings during the evening, do you mention that to anybody, Kincaid, regarding Deepak?
No, I'm keeping notes. I want him fully conscious.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and start there then for the next day. He would be awake and kind of getting up and kind of moving around the apartment relatively early. I'm assuming you could match him, having kind of a strict regimen of when you get up to start work and long days. So he seems very confused and almost like, a caged animal is kind of looking for an exit.
I toss him a microwave burrito. Sit down.
Kind of catches it, kind of sits down, looks at it. Oh, XXL, cool. And then pops that bad boy up.
I'll sit across from him and my eyes will flash green, whatever record is.
Uh-huh.
Do you know where you've been?
I met with this lady. We were gonna. Well, she was a Joy Toy, so we were gonna handle some business together, and then the next thing I know, I woke up here.
The very next thing you know, you woke up here.
Yeah. I was.
Where were you when you met her?
Do you mind if I ask who you are? Or
Your life is in danger. My name is Detective Gordon Kincaid. I'm from NCPD.
NCPD.
Where were you when you met this Joy Toy?
I was on the water. I was hanging out with some friends. We just went in for some drinks. She said 2,000 for a good time. My guys were getting kind of boring, so I thought I'd just go ahead and go for that. And then I don't remember anything much after that. He kind of scratches his head, and you can see that like you weren't really paying attention to his damage, more his state. But there does look like there's a bit of a bruise like in his hair. I remember hitting my head, or someone hitting my head. I can't believe she slipped something into my drink though. Like that had to have been it, right? And he's just like seems to be kind of like trying to replay it in his head.
You yourself didn't take any kind of drug, any kind of chem?
No, just alcohol. I mean, you can't get contact off of black lace, can you?
You'd be the first. What day was it? When you last remember, when you met up with your friends?
Tuesday.
Out of character. Right now it's what, Friday?
Today's Wednesday. Yesterday was Tuesday. Tuesday was the day of the
Man,
job.
I'm way off. What, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Because remember, Tuesday was when you had to do the deed, and then Hungry got the call from Zigzag saying, "I need this fucking shit cleared out." After the job was done, and Hungry's like, "You motherfuckers want to work, or do you want?"
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you
I don't know why. I thought it was like Thursday or Friday.
He said, "Let's roll. We're going now."
I'll check my watch. 8:15 a.m. Tuesday morning or Wednesday morning right now.
Yeah.
You're in my apartment. You're in that neighborhood.
Yeah, the Glen.
I'm not on the map, so I can never remember where.
Sorry, let's go
Kincaid
back to the
lives.
map. Thanks. That's actually a good choice. So the Glen is where you folks are located, and then Kincaid, you are gonna be over here.
That's right.
And then Big Toe gonna be out that way. Squints, you hang out there. And then Leo, you have an apartment in Mega Building 3, and you are the king of Mega Building 3. Oh, and then you are currently... I need to figure out what I need to do with this token, because the thing that kind of tracks me to the tokens is the yellow background now, because like I'm focused on that. But your character's fucking shoulders and head are so
His
massive.
sloping shoulders envelop the entire
can't-
circle.
Yeah, I can't put him in the circle without it. Yeah, I gotta figure out how.
Without
I
him looking like a phase of the moon.
Yeah. The new moon. Absolutely. But yeah, he says to you, holy shit.
Language.
What the fuck? He would say, I don't, who was I with when you found me?
Like some scavs had cornered you.
Was one of
Abandoned
them,
warehouse. Looked like a homeless camp.
Was one of them like all silver?
Yeah. Metallic painted skin.
Yeah, it wasn't an FBC, but I mean I was still down. Kind of hot.
Not my business.
Oh yeah, no problem.
She's the Joy Toy you're talking about?
Yeah.
Did she, again, out of character, she wasn't in the firefight. She dipped.
Oh, she skedaddled
Pretty
before,
much
right?
immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get a name for her?
I think she said her name was Hawk. And it's a dead meme, so in the chat, please don't start typing like Hawk 2 or some bullshit. That shit's whack. Boomer ass
Forgot about
fucking
it.
humor.
I was thinking Andy's character.
Oh, right. Also really good at a blowjob.
I remember those games. I hope he
What
watches
the hell's
this.
been
pod.
going on in here?
Right?
What the fuck have I been missing? I played with Andy for several campaigns.
I'm
and
just
I
gonna
never
point
got a
out,
blowjob.
I did vote D&D.
Not my Andy.
Yeah, D&D would have been where it's at. But any other questions you have?
I'll have to investigate this Hawk individual. While you were sleeping, you mentioned Deepak. Who is that? What is that?
You see him kind of. What do you mean? I didn't. What did I? When?
Deepak. Many times overnight.
He kind of is very nervous and doesn't seem to want to continue.
I need you to relax. I need you to understand. Your life is in danger. I need to know what happened to you.
Deepak Murdy.
I'm willing to roll on, was it?
I would say interrogation. This is
Interrogation, that's the one.
This is shifting gears. But he does say his name out loud, like the full name. He says Deepak Murdy. And I'll post it in the chat as well.
Social. That's where it's got to be.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
18?
You kind of lock in. You kind of drop your hand down on the back of the couch and kind of lean in looking at him and say, your life is in danger. And he's kind of like, Deepak Murdy, he's a Ripper Doc. He's a Ripper Doc over on the west side of downtown. Operates Zeta Tech Lounge. Normal guy. He's a friend of mine. I don't think it has anything to do with this. Yeah, he's just a friend of mine. I'm really concerned about him. That's probably why I was saying it. He's.
When were you last in contact with Deepak Murdy?
I talked to him yesterday afternoon. before going out with my boys?
You wouldn't have any idea what happened to you?
No, I don't think so. He knew I was going out. He knew I was going out.
Right.
But Deepak was running. He said you're a cop. Fuck. He was taking.
I'm not in active duty.
Oh, well, he was taking.
I'll fully show him the paperwork saying that I'm on leave for another however many weeks.
He was taking parts for this this guy named Alpha, and taking parts from this guy, buying them cheap. And Deepak told me that when I talked to him yesterday, he was kind of in trouble with this guy, and this guy was a scavenger, and you know, I don't know what to say. But
That's where we found you.
yeah,
Deepak's been buying black market body parts. The kind of body parts that they were planning on taking out of you. You were passed out under a heap of trash in a hobo camp. Abandoned warehouse south of here. Scavs on guard with your little girlfriend standing outside.
it's a lot to take in, man. This is a lot to take in. I don't think. Wait, what are you trying to say?
Where can I find this Deepak? I'm not about to make any accusations, but I need to talk to him.
You see, in your neuroport, you see a connect request from him, and his eyes turn orange. He's trying to connect with you. To give you
I
details.
accept.
He flicks you the details. The Ripper Dock in question is located on the, as mentioned, the west side of corporate, and I'm getting it to you. Hold on. Deepak. Make big. And also make glowy. Make it yellow this time. 30. Save. Okay. So you should see it kind of up that way.
That's way up there. Okay.
Deepak's, it's on the west side of downtown. It is literally just underneath the highway that leads to the NCX, which is the spaceport airport on Morro Rock, to the west there, which has been reopened for a couple of months now. Ever since the summer, there was a very large terrorist attack. Or rather corporate attack on that site. But yeah, the Ripper Dock is located in a very bougie area. Like, this is like high quality. And the guy said that they were an operator or a Ripper Dock that works for Zeta Tech, which is one of the larger cyberware firms in the world.
Do yourself a favor, Mr. Ella. Give your Ripper Dock friend a little space for a few days. I'd like to check him out.
Yeah.
And once more, for the record, I need to be able to trust you. Do not lie to me. Do you have any idea what's happened to you in the last 24 hours? Any recollection of where you've been?
No. I'm being serious. It was I was out. I just got a Mai Tai, and I was talking to her. Next thing I know, everything's blurry. I remember getting hit or hitting myself. I can't remember which. And then the next thing I know, I'm here.
And the recording?
In the recording.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, you were recording. Sorry. Got it.
Yeah. I stopped recording our conversation.
I understand.
I believe you. I just needed to make absolutely sure you have no recollection, because what you may have known may have been the end of you. I don't want you to share any of the details of what's happened to you in the last 24 hours with anyone. Is that understood?
Yeah. Are you going to go talk to Deepak?
I may. I need to reach out to some folks before I do.
Okay. I trust you. And with everything you're telling me, I'm kind of. I mean, I'm no detective or cop or whatever, but I think he might have sold me out to them.
It's entirely possible.
Huh.
Let me do some digging. If anything concerns you, I'll be in touch.
Okay. He kind of gets up, kind of looks towards the door, and starts kind of heading that way.
I'll follow him out. Are you able to get home okay?
He looks around for a second and then kind of sees, a bus stop. Yeah, I've taken public transportation all my life. Kind of nods.
I'll ping him my data so he can be in touch with me if he needs to.
He'll also send you his information as well. And Adrian Ella is the contact. I believe it will be under Dramatis Persona, under Miscellaneous. Should be top bid. Just a young, dumb guy with. It looked like he had some pretty cream cyberware. Like, the arms he's rocking aren't as massive as grips, but they are similar kind of styling. It looks like he has kind of.
You said he was some kind of engineer when he was working for NCPD?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep your nose clean. Keep your distance from Deepak for another few days. I'll try to be in touch by this time next week.
And you would note that he lives in Wellspring, so he lives kind of like, I'll give you like a pointer arrow here. Kind of lives over this way.
Okay.
Somewhere in there. Wellspring. Okay.
I think I got what I wanted.
Everybody else in the morning, is there anything in particular you're engaging in or want to deal with?
I want to go visit Gort before they open.
Okay. So you go to the apartment. Open the door. He's looking at you, kind of gestures you in, and says, "Hey, Leo, what's up?"
Yeah, I got a couple things for you, and then I had a question I was hoping you could answer.
Yeah, I guess I can answer. It depends on what it is, I guess.
I'll give him the ping and deck crash. that I
Oh,
got off that
shit.
truck.
Okay, these are preem. I'll see if I can't move them. You want anything back on them, or?
No, they're for you.
Okay, dope.
And then I was reading the scream sheets this morning, and I was reading about the Rush Revolution coming back.
Me too. And yeah, boss says probably aren't going to be able to get any. He kind of places his hand on his shin like this. You're running with like a fixer guy, right?
I might know one, yeah.
Like a big cheese vendor type, like a big man on campus.
Yeah, you've heard of him.
I want to talk to him. I might have a job for him. Do you think he might go in for some shit like this? Like, and he kind of stops and like, I want to check with you. Do you understand what he's trying to ask you here?
I do. Yeah, so I was going to present the same thing to him and see if he was interested.
He goes, yeah, we definitely want to get our hands on some of those units, but you know how corporate is. And those motherfuckers are going to probably sell them off to, big vending locations or individual people who want them and are willing to pay crazy money for them. I'm just trying to sell them and make them cash and, maybe keep one or two on my own.
Well, I was also wondering what if we get something set up? Maybe run some tournaments or something. See, who we can get out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, definitely. I could probably set that up. Might be a little bit before we get some units into the brain dance location. But if we have them on site, it'll be fine. Because most people aren't going to have a Rush Revolution Plus, so we got to have plenty of decks to be able to have one for everybody. If we can get a crate of those, yeah, for sure we could do that. Hell yeah, Leo.
Yeah, I'll run it by the boss and see what we can do.
Holy fuck. If we can get some bucket slice on site too, it'll be just like old times. Hell yeah. This'll beat my ass at battle duty, but whatever.
Just like old times.
Yeah, and there's some people who are talking about doing some rips on that game too, if we can get a hold of them. But anyway, more details into shit. But if you can get me a meet with this guy, this fixer man, maybe I can put an offer on the table he's willing to get in on.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get a hold of him today, and I'll get back to you.
All right. Anybody else have anything they want to do in the morning?
I don't think so.
Okay. Hungry. In the kind of close of the morning, so not like dead morning, kind of gone through your routine. You'll get a notice from Flasher. It says, "Hey, I got some information on Nitro. I'm definitely still interested in meeting her. Can I ask you to do some recon work for me? If not, I'll pull who I can."
I would text back, yeah, what's the pay and what's the job?
Scratch is pretty low right now. Definitely don't have much. I'd try to work it out with you based on what you think you would want from it. I just need one, maybe two individuals to go up to a bar on the north side called Bouncing Benny's.
And what are they looking for at Bouncing Benny's?
Nitro had her birthday party there. Last place she was seen. Back in December. Also, I got information that there's a group of individuals there who are pulling some sleazy shit, moving it into Night City. Might be something your friend Kincaid would be interested in.
I would text back, yeah, I got some time. Caught me in between jobs. I'll get it done, but you owe me one.
I'll try to make it worth your while. And if there's anything I can do for you to make it even, you let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would send send a text out to everybody here and just say I got a small job coming up. It's not going to pay much. A little bit of recon. And if you're busy, it's okay. Probably don't need everybody. What is the day of the week right now?
Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, so open-ended. I mean, everybody could go, but if you want to do something else with the day, it's up to you guys.
I'll reply back.
Very shortly back, you get a text back from Grip. Let me know where, when.
Kincaid will take the day off. Respectfully text back. Busy today. Got a lead. I'll have a file sent to you shortly on your information gather.
Mhm.
Alright. Anybody
Leo?
that's interested, I'd text back. We got to go to a bar on the north side tonight, bouncing betties, and we're looking for information on Nitro.
Or reply back. I'll go if you need me, but it's not really my scene.
Did you mention anything else?
Not in that. But then I'll send a separate message just asking if we can meet. I might have a lead for a job.
I'd say, yeah, I'm free all day today until we go to the bar tonight.
Do you want to drive to the brain dance? Gort's going to be on work today, so he won't be able to leave. And also, this guy sounds pretty small time. You probably don't want to drag him all the way up to the top of the tower unless you're trying to intimidate him. But if you want to meet with this guy,
Well, I was thinking I was just gonna bring it up with Hungry first and see if he's even interested, and then schedule a meet. Like, Hungry doesn't need to go to him. What?
you're going to pre-pitch the job, even though Gort's going to be the one paying you. I mean, paying Hungry.
I mean, I'll ask. Like, do you want me to bring the guy by, or do you want to come meet us? I have a friend who might have a job for us.
Yeah, you can bring them by, or just send me the information either way.
You send him the info.
I'll ask Gort which one he prefers.
I'd rather talk to him direct. I think I have a pretty good idea on this. I mean, if you want to talk for me, that's fine, but I think I can handle it.
No, I'll let you do it. Do you want to go now before you open?
I don't think I have time. Maybe I can call him. Otherwise, it's going to be late. Wednesday's my big day.
I can give your information to him, and he can give you a call.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, if he's okay with that. I mean, if he's like one of those guys who's like, you gotta meet, I could probably get Chandra to handle the shift for a little bit.
No, I think you'll be okay.
Okay. Cool. I don't know. I mean, like, dude sounds fucking intimidating, Leo. Like, crazy. Like the kind of shit you were dealing with, like, in Kangtao or whatever. That crazy. Like, so, however he wants to handle it, I'll play ball.
I would just say, just don't piss him off. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, you know me, I'm lovable. Shit. It'll be fine.
Gee.
He'll probably be coming to me asking me. He kind of shakes his head.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Like you see him like having a thought and like him quitting on it, like something Gort does very commonly, and you're just like, yeah, he will, Gort. He definitely will. Do you call Gort Hungry once given the deets, or do you want to go visit him in person?
I'll call.
All right. He goes, you hear like busy noise, like an arcade, and he goes, hold on a second. And then you hear like a door shut and get really quiet, and he goes, I just had to get back to my office. Sorry about that, Mr. Hungry. So I got this, I was telling Leo, I got this job that I got. I don't know the details. It's kind of a big shot in the dark. They're re-releasing these things called Rush Revolution Pluses, and they're it's an older video game system. There aren't many still out in the market. Like, people are paying tens of thousands of eddies for these things, but the company Segotari, they're releasing the new ones, and so the problem is, I'm sure you're a fixer. You know how it goes. You know the markets. People are going to be buying these things up, even though the MSRP is like, 1,000 eddies. People are going to be paying like 6, 8, whatever, crazy amounts of money for these things. And we put in our request, the item's already listed as on backlog. Now, because we got direct connects, corporate side, I kind of know where they're making them and shipping them from. And it's here in Night City. You familiar with the old Macrowave building over in Wellspring?
Yeah, I know of it.
Yeah. So it got taken over in the summer by some crazy ass gangsters, and well, then they brought in a security firm, Kang Tao, shot everybody in that side, and then cleared out the space for Segotari to take it over after they kind of acquired Macrowave stuff here city side, and they're building them right there. They're going to be moving those units right out of that building, and so if you could get some people in there, um, grab up a crate, maybe two, and get those to me on the quiet, I could sell them for a lot of money. Now I don't have like a whole bunch of capital to invest in this job, but if I had a crate, if you could get me one crate, I'd be willing to pay you. I mean, I know it's not a lot, but I'd be willing to pay you 100,000 eddies for it.
All right, let me get this straight. You want me to go steal a bunch of video games for you?
Well, they're video game systems. I don't need the video games, sir. They're different. But I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm so serious, sir. Yeah. If I can get one crate, I could probably make 200 off of that. The way these things are kind of marked up. But yeah, I only have 100,000 in my savings, so I mean, I know it's not a lot. If you could give me 2 crates, shit, that would be the best. I mean, is that a lot?
I don't know much about these things. I could probably get in there. I mean, what are we expecting with the warehouse? Probably just typical security.
Yeah, they probably got
Sure,
Kang Tao.
Anything.
They probably got Kang Tao, but I know my guy Leo. He probably knows a bit more about the backside. Like, he's worked for he worked for Kang Tao. I'm sure you already knew that at one point, and so he's really good with that kind of security stuff. And I think he could help you out. That's why I suggested to him to get me in contact with you. Yeah.
How long have you known Leo for?
Since I was a kid. Yeah, we grew up in Mega Building 10. Well, it was called the Watson Mega Building back then, but yeah, we go way back.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll take the job. I can get you a crate of these things for 100,000. If there's anything extra involved, talk about maybe a percentage on the sale back.
If you can
sell a second crate.
Yeah, if you can get 2, I mean, yeah, I'll cut you 50-50 on that second crate for sure. And you're like, 50-50, this guy just said? like, typically, like, it's like if someone's giving you a job, it's like, here's the money up front. There usually isn't a payout on the sales of the things that you're selling in addition to that. Like,
Yeah.
So you're kind of like, this guy is stupid. Or naive. He's definitely not a street kid.
Yeah, I think I can do this for you. Once you have these things in your hands, you make it very obvious you got a whole bunch of them. You're gonna have heat on your ass.
Oh yeah, no, that's a really good point. I think what I'm gonna do is I got a couple friends who work at the brain dances. There's one over in Arroyo, and there's another one who are also interested in kind of getting these. And I think I'm just gonna have them. I'm thinking I'm just gonna have them chip in, and then we'll just be like selling them like all over instead of just from my spot, and then it will look cool. Or if you got any suggestions, Mr. Hungry.
Right. I would. My only suggestion would be that the less people you can get involved in the moving process, the safer you're gonna be.
Okay,
But
I won't
if
call
you trust
them
the
then.
people that you're, if you trust them, that's on you.
I won't call them then. No, That's right. That's smart. That Leo's always saying that. Keep to yourself. That's super smart.
All right. I'll get this done for you.
Okay. Thank you for taking the call, Mr. Hungry, and you have a great rest. You're probably already hanging up as he's. He literally goes through the whole spiel of like customer service. He kind of ending the call kind of bit, and you're just like, the guy is green as fuck.
100,000 eddies though. That's
And he said it wasn't a
That's not
lot. Is the fun part about
Yeah.
that.
I wasn't gonna play into that at all. No, you're right. Wow, such little dollars.
Jeez, I guess I'll help you out. It's not much.
For a whole crate?
Yeah, so a crate has it has a total of 100 units in it, and
Okay, it's gonna be a sizable crate then.
yeah. Again, we're not talking about the smallest containers that we were talking about. We're talking about the massive shipping containers.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
The best part was you were like, I give you 100 for it. I could probably sell it for 200. So therefore, I'm right back to where I was with 100 before we started.
Well, yeah. Again, he's just trying to move units and also have some on site because again, he's about the love of the games. He's not about like. Again, he's probably thinking to himself, "I'm going to be rich off of this," but he's really not doing the math. I mean, look. Okay, hold on. I want to reiterate by showing you a picture of Gort. This is Gort. Gort's just here to have fun. Gort just wants.
Seems like a capable businessman.
He just wants to have.
He's a
fun.
nice guy.
He's great. He's Squid's neighbor.
It's quiet usually.
Yeah. But yeah, there's that. Do you have anything that you want to do during the day besides that? Leo, are you checking in on anything you've got? Are other folks kind of checking in on?
Can I look up a patent number?
Yeah, you can. The issue is that Night City and the NUSA and the European Union, or I think it's called the European Development, and also space colonies, and also all of these other institutions have their own patents. Corporations also have their own patent structures. This appears to be a corporate patent, which means that it is probably not going to be information you'll be able to pull up readily.
Okay, I gotcha. I do actually want to start setting something up. Just to get some self-ice installed, but that needs to go through a hospital.
Yes. So if you are not going on the job tonight then, because it'll take downtime for you to get a hospital.
Quick question.
Well, if I can get it set up, but yeah.
Go ahead. Kinky.
Did we get an IP payout for the warehouse?
Great question. Yeah, you would have gotten a total of 20, and you would have been able to spend
20.
it at that point, and your luck would have reset. Correct.
Okay, that was the follow-up.
20 more IP. Fuck.
So we've made 90 total since game start.
Correct.
You know what I was thinking about it earlier today. I haven't spent one single IP point on being better at combat. Spent all my IP on being a better
Don't need to
fancy.
be if you shoot grenades.
Yeah. Do you remember the time when you stepped out of a moving vehicle in Sandy and then shot a grenade into a vehicle, blinding them to the fact that they were running into a combat plow, launching it into another car on the other side of the street, and blowing up 2 enemy cars and a random passerby all at once?
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
If you want to spend points on being better at combat, I mean, I guess the sky's the limit, but Jesus fucking Christ. Courts just want to have fun.
I have a during the downtime I won't go because I have something I want to try to invent.
Okay.
We can do that on the side so we don't take up time here.
Absolutely fine.
But just a heads up that's
You're
what I'm going to be
You're
spending
going
my
to spend a
time
day
on.
inventing. So Wednesday inventing, Wednesday for Big Toe is back home. He says, I'm going to stay home and do some business here in the camp.
It's got to hose off that plow.
And then as it comes to, yeah, yeah, as it comes
There's
later,
dude all over it.
as it comes later in the evening, you'll get another text. This one's from Regina Jones, this is for Hungry. This would be the fixer in Kabuki. She is also the Hogwatch fixer. You had called her during the weekend, asking for any heads up on jobs, and she says, "Hey, I don't know if you worked with him at all or not, but Gino's friend Isaac got absolutely creamed by a cyber psycho in the industrial. I'm looking for any information on the cyber psycho. Appears to be an individual named Odette. Let me know what you got. If you find them, please bring them down non-lethal and get them to me if you can."
Yeah.
If you do some quick research, just on your own, in your own fixer information, Odette was a cyber psycho during the time of the Red, but died horribly at a NCX kerfuffle back in 49 or something. So a long time ago, well before your time. And a lot of people
Think it's the same cyber psych?
a lot of people are copycats of her. Basically, the process to become Odette is to try and get as many limbs as you can to be as much like a spider as possible. And this apparently leads people into becoming belated killing machines.
Everybody needs a hobby.
Some people are like, "Oh my god, she was so free. She could do whatever she wanted. She could climb. She could practically fly. Oh, she's so cool." And then people try and emulate that, and then nobody can handle it because, oh my god,
Like saying, you have 17 arms. You're murdering 8 people at a time.
right? Exactly. Some
We
people
don't
think
need
that's
any
special.
spider suit vigilantes in my city.
I'll send the interrogation video of Adrianella to Hungry, along with a message highlighting that his employer, meaning Zigzag, may want to get information on Hawk as well as Deepak Murdy, as I believe they both have leads and information he does not want public. I am interested in.
Yeah, got it.
I'm interested in investigating Deepak myself, but you and I may as well get paid for it.
All right, all right.
Get over here.
Well, that's a
knocking
relief.
door.
Hungry was definitely worried that the guy would say something about the tunnel, and Kincaid's good guy side would kick in. But it's good.
That
We're
would've-
good. Everything's good.
That would have been that would have been fun, but it's session 4. Come on.
I have no reason to doubt that he's telling the truth.
Right.
Yeah.
But again, if he told you, yeah,
But there are loose strings.
what if he said, "Oh, there's a tunnel," and you're just like, "Oh god."
No, I'd have been organizing a drop off for him. I wasn't gonna do it myself, but
Here's your problem. Enjoy.
I didn't expect to keep him alive, really.
Yeah, he's still alive for now. Okay, so nothing else
So
during the
for
day.
Regina, I would just ask back what's the payment for the job.
Typical 2,500 for however many people you want to put in your crew, up to 6, and plus
2,500 a head. Is that what she said?
yeah, plus half as much on your side if you pull it together. So if you pull together 6 individuals, 2,500 per person, including yourself, you would then receive half as much as that, a math that I don't know. Let's do it together.
15,000, 7,500.
Yeah, yes.
Got it.
But only if
Okay,
he's
so
alive. Or she's alive.
Only
Sorry.
if she's alive.
The
Is this
cyber
the
psycho.
Edith?
Odette.
Odette. I don't know where I got Edith.
Edith's a good name. I'll keep it on the.
Yes, I like it. That's
Yeah.
old fashioned.
Yeah.
So I think I just in my head right now organizing all this that's happening. I think, and so tonight it's just going to be me, Grip, and Leo maybe going to the bar to look for information about Nitro.
Okay.
I think we should focus on the warehouse job as our big job currently, and then I kind of want to outsource the Regina Jones job to like another party.
Perfect. So exactly fun. So that is actually going to get docketed over to whoever scrolls up for the Wednesday game. I have a pickup game going on Wednesday, so they will be dealing with the Cyber Psycho.
This
it's
this
really
coming
hard.
Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
Neat.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to this is our party, this is our Sunday game. I want to the role player in me wants to do all the missions, get all the money, get all the experience, but I'm trying to get myself in the mental of involving all the pickup crews as well.
I'm going to give you incentive. So let me explain. Your reputation goes up the more successful jobs you do. This crew, who you're running with, like Tight, is going to get the job done because you're on site handling your business, right? The other crews, it could go Rhea raid, it could go, better than that.
Cam is a very, very different character than Grip.
Yeah, you're doing you're spreading your kind of you're doing two jobs in the same day effectively. So there's no way you could have done that with just 5 and yourself. So yeah, you're diversifying. Not a bad choice.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Okay,
You're a crime boss, not a crime errand boy.
Exactly. Sometimes you gotta pass the buck. So, just you, Grip, and Squints. Is that right? No Squints. Just you.
No, I'm inventing.
Grip.
Leo.
And Leo. Okay. Leo, you're on board, or are you staying home?
No, I'll go.
Okay. Cool. So, when you get to the bar, it is a very kind of just nondescript location in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's literally in the industrial section. I think there's a map marker for it here, over by H12, and not too far from the Arasaka waterfront. The exterior of the location looks like this. A couple of beater up old fucking cars out in front of what looks like a signless little location. You pull up, head inside. The interior of the location, vibrant red. There's a pressure plate system and I can just probably kill dynamics on this. Yep, since we're not infiltrating it like the last time I used this map. So you would see that there's like a pressure plate system as you walk in, and it looks like a gun tracker. There are no people at the front, but as you kind of step in, if you are armed, it will kind of buzz. Nobody does anything about it. Doesn't look like there's anybody here on a Wednesday. It's a bar. And it's probably not like super late. You probably came here at like nightfall, right? So when you come in, you would see at the bar is a woman, red hair, looks like she's got some tattoos, which she's showing off in a spiked collar. This is what she looks like. And there's a guy who's kind of standing nearby, who's just kind of fucking around with his phone, who you've already got information on, Hungry. This is Benny Jez. He is the owner of Bouncing Benny's. He is the proprietor, and just kind of an old hat, kind of like entrepreneur type. He kind of looks at you as you enter in, and will succeed on his rep roll and goes, "What the fuck is the Burger King of the Glen doing in my spot?"
What are you talking about here? I'm thirsty. Can't have a drink around here.
I thought they called you Hungry. Get him whatever he wants, Cherry, and his friends too. And he'll kind of walk over behind the bar and stand next to her, taking your drink orders. What do you get, Grip?
What is grip drink?
That's what I'm asking you.
I
Order it in
whiskey,
fingers.
whiskey from the well, straight.
All right. She pours a double into a glass, slides it to you. Looks like she's using pretty standard whiskey. And what about you, Leo?
Moscow Mule.
She kind of shakes her head and like gets to work putting it together. You see her like blend some ice and start working at it. Meanwhile, Benny looks at you, hungry, and says, before he says anything, he reaches behind him up to the high place where it looks like there's a bit of dust and like not a lot of light, and then drags a bottle down and sets it down in front of you, and you see that it is a 1996 bottle of Jack Daniels, which he opens and pours you a small glass, pours himself a glass as well, and then kind of puts the bottle way back up there. Sits down with you, or kind of stands across from you and says, to thirstiness, he says. And he'll throw one back.
God damn, that's good stuff. That's the real deal right there.
Yeah. It's kind of nice. But pleasantries aside, not every day we have well-known faces such as your own coming around here. What do you need? How can I help you?
Yes, full transparency. There's no reason for me to be fake with you. Not forthcoming. I'm looking for somebody, particular person of interest.
Is it Nitro?
Nitro.
And you kind of stop, both
Yeah.
look at each other, and then he kind of picks up the glass and takes another little sip of it, like the dregs, and kind of sets it back down. Yeah, this Maelstrom chick has got a bunch of followers. Seems like everybody's fucking interested in her. Mortec threw some people out this way. Dakota came out from the Badlands to check in on this lady. What's the deal? I mean, if I'm not asking too much, why is she important?
Give me one second. Oh, notes.
Meanwhile, again, you can see it from top down, but solution map still pimping it out here. Does give you great three-dimensional object images. So they'd be standing at the bar right around there. Very, very, very good map. This location is very cool.
So it's Amelia that was looking for initially, right? And now it's, I think, Amelia and Flasher.
Flasher obviously said he got a lead on it and was the one who introduced you to Amelia. So apparently she's just going for whoever gets it first.
Okay.
Yeah. A member of the Mox, Amelia, has been looking for her. I don't think it's anything nefarious, right? Like, I don't think she wants to hurt her or anything like that. It seems like it was more of a well-being checkup or some shit.
Yeah, it sounds like, I don't know this Amelia. Well, you're Amelia, but I know an Amelia. She hangs in Watson, south of here, with the Mox. Sound like the right girl?
Yeah, that's her.
I think I know what's going on here. Cherry, tell our friend Hungry here a bit about the techno priest you've been seeing around these parts. Cherry shakes her head. It's crazy shit, man. There's a group of Maelstrom folks who are doing some really weird stuff. Dragging ice chests full of ice and people out in the middle of old parking garages or, small little back alleys. Doing some sort of weird cyber ritual. And then person comes back to life. Some wild shit. They say they're bringing forward the Harvester of Souls. It's crazy. Some of them say that this being that they're bringing back from beyond the Black Wall is something called Odette. I've heard other people say it's called the Reaper. Pretty crazy shit. Benny kind of nods his head.
No, that sounds completely fucking crazy.
Benny kind of nods his head. Out here in the industrial, people just do whatever they can to get by and do whatever they can to make themselves look important. He kind of shrugs. But yeah, I've got some images of the person you're looking for. She had a famous singer come in and do her birthday party. A guy named Riff, part of Impure Cobra.
Yeah, Riff's a bad motherfucker on that guitar.
He sure is, and he was there at the party. So were some other Maelstrom folk. Who'd you say that other person that you saw at the party was, Cherry? Oh, don't worry about it. She shakes her head. And he goes, no, come on. Tell our friend here. Her name was... And she kind of lowers her head. Old girlfriend of mine, Cherry says. Her name is Morgan. She runs with the Andersons Nomad Pack. Then he kind of does one of these and says, it was a massive party. Bunch of people from all over, I guess. But there was one weird looking guy who kept on looking around at my establishment. He had old broken elevator too. Kind of shakes his head. And you look back at that elevator, Hungry, and I want you to just go ahead and roll me a perception roll.
So glad I was actually there for that, to know all this.
Yeah. You look at that fucking...
Looking real good.
You look at that fucking elevator and your brain kind of goes, oh, fuck. You remember receiving pictures of that elevator from this fucking bar from Carl, aka Zip, back in December. And you're looking at it like, huh. And you're also starting to realize that it is identical to the elevator in the Rhea Black site that led down from the outer bunker down into the facility. And that would be, okay, so sorry for people who are watching at home. Let me make sure I give you the image. This elevator here.
Yeah, what's the deal with that thing anyway? Don't lead nowhere. It doesn't work.
Came with the building. Yeah, I've tried to get it to work, but that's why I got the sensor plate installed. We've been having people breaking into the bar ever since we got it, and I thought they were coming up through the elevator. Elevator still works, but it don't. It's not that though. People are just walking in through the front door. I changed the locks. I've changed the security. Doesn't stop them. When we close up at 3 a.m., it's in between then and like when we open up at 4, that people are just taken to the place. They haven't stolen anything. But I tried to hire overnight security or over morning security, I guess. Came in, they were dead. Obviously, it's a problem, but at the same time, it's not.
Yeah.
And the rent here is really cheap.
Yeah. That's That's a hell of an inconvenience.
It's not so bad. Some people go in there when they're really drunk and make out or fuck. Nobody has to see that shit.
I look around for cameras.
Yeah, there are cameras, but they're in the very typical places that you would think they would be.
But I mean, there's cameras in here that you could, right?
Yeah.
Have your cameras picked up anything?
No. The only physical evidence I have of anybody moving through this place, other than sensor tags, are the dead security guys I hired. And I'll be honest, they were just some goons I found on the street, so no big fucking loss. But at the same time, well, it was actually no loss. I took the Eddies, I paid them right off their bodies before giving them over to municipal. But anyway, I don't know what.
If I were you, I'd leave it alone.
I'd look at him real serious.
And he kind of nodded his head. I agree.
Like you said, you cheap rent. They're not fucking with your business. It's not your problem.
Yeah, I mean, if you can figure out what it is, I mean, that'd be great. But I mean, I don't know if I can afford you.
It's not my problem either. No offense.
Well, for sure.
For a job like that, I don't think so. I don't think it's worth either of our time.
Not even your district. He smiles. And it's at that moment something clicks in your head. You know Regina is like the fixer of Kabuki. Mainly Kabuki, but also parts of Watson. She doesn't really fuck around with the industrial. The guy who used to run on this side of the world, he died. Dakota, who I mentioned in this conversation, is a fixer from the Badlands. She killed him. So there's no current like job giver on this side of town other than corporations. Good for thought.
That is something to think about. Now I'm thinking about it, and I'm not thinking about
This Morrigan, she said she was with Nitro that night at the party.
Yeah, well, she came in with a couple of folks. There was this really douchey-looking motherfucker. I saw for a second, then he dipped out. A bunch of Maelstrom gangers. Fucking Morgan, her friend. Cherry goes, yeah. And then he says, there was this old guy who was fucking looking around all creepy. He was wearing a helmet, but you could just, I don't know, he smelled like weed. There was, who the fuck else was there, Cherry? Cherry kind of looks at him. There's a lot of people. I was serving drinks. That Nitro girl was up on the table. A bunch of Maelstrom folk. I don't know.
I take it you haven't seen or heard anything about Nitro since that night.
Nah, she hasn't stopped in. Not regular for Maelstrom gangers to come out this way, though. They typically hang at Toten Taz. We're kind of a small fuck-off bar, you know? And we don't really have, like, a stage or anything for, you know, like, music or nothing. So, most people who come in here are just people who work at the factories. They'll probably be in another 40 or 50 minutes. So they get off their 16. And then, yeah, we just feed them booze and some shit we make in the stoves. He kind of points to his left. And that's a night. Not a bad amount of cheddar to throw on it, though. You know, I mean, they definitely tip well, right, Cherry? Yeah, well enough.
I like this place, Benny. It's a shame I haven't been in here more often. You got a good vibe in here.
I appreciate it. Yeah, coming from you, your hamburgers are kind of notorious. Not in a bad way, but definitely something we might be interested in. I mean, the vibe here is definitely more restaurant than party place. We're definitely looking for a cook.
I Well, I don't think anybody could pay me enough for Mac. That man's a goddamn saint.
Well, understandable. Yeah, you guys, you're killing it out there. You're pretty well known, that food truck. But
We
good.
we might be able to work out an arrangement. Though, get you something you can keep frozen until you're ready to serve it.
Oh
So,
shit! He says,
just like
just in the middle of it, cutting you off. I
just like it was
forgot.
coming right off the food truck.
Thinking of Mac made me think of there was this big ass motherfucker with him, like Goofy, and then Cherry goes, "Oh yeah, the motherfucker with the water wings," and she nods, and then Betty nods. Yeah, big guy. I think there's a cult around that guy now. And she goes, "What?" Cherry's like, "What are you talking about?" And Betty's like, "I don't know. I've been hanging with some folks down over in Vista Del Rey. Some crazy stories." Shakes his head.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. You're talking about El Mano, luchador mask.
Yeah, he was wearing a mask. That's true. Cherry nods her head. Yeah, that's the guy. He was pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah, motherfucker's a nice city legend. I once hired him to help do a job for me. And saw him pick one guy up and then beat another guy to death with the two of them.
Betty laughs, and Cherry's kind of like he's kind of disgusted by it. But Betty's like, chortling, and he goes, "Holy shit, what happened to him?"
You know how nice city legends go.
That sucks, man.
Burn bright and they burn quick.
Well, according to my friends in Vista Del Rey, they said some folks claim to have his right hand, and they've installed it. And some people are saying it's some sort of legendary, like, hand of God. Pretty wild shit.
Oh yeah. Bringing motherfuckers back from the dead, the hand of God. They
I
get up
don't,
to all kinds of shit these days.
I don't believe any of that shit. But, I could imagine someone taking somebody's hand, installing it, and trying to get some clout off of it. But, yeah, if I get any more info on Nitro, he kind of offers to flip you his details. If you make the connect, he'll send you his details and say, "I'll give you a call right away, first thing." Dakota asked me to do the same, so I will let you know. I'll be passing the information her way, too.
Yeah, right on. I appreciate it, Benny. And either way, I will be in touch. I think I sense a few business opportunities for the both of us around here.
All right. Well, yeah. You better get out soon. He looks at his watch. Some stanky industrial folks are probably going to be here in a bit to do some drinking and yelling. So, and you can see
I'll
Cherry.
tell you what.
Good.
Those hard-working motherfuckers, they deserve a good drink. Their first round's on me.
And I would zip him 1,000 eddies.
Damn. Okay. You see him go. All right. Yeah, the rumors of your generosity definitely are true. All right. And you kind of pop out of there with that info, that details. Is there anything else you wanted to ask Benny or Cherry before you headed out?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, well, nah. I got enough information about Morgan. I don't need to go. I can tell it was a sore spot. I don't need to go digging about.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
tell me about your ex-girl.
And Morgan's someone who actually popped up on your detail, like your Rolodex, due to Mooney before he passed. You've seen her before, and like as you kind of go through your scroll and check, you remember her. She was at the when you first went into Rhea with the squad. She was there acting as Overwatch. She had a sniper rifle and was present. And then you remember when you kind of exchanged information with Letty that a girl on a red superbike with a sniper rifle was also kind of present with Letty's bullshit that led up to the Rhea site. And so you're kind of like, oh, okay, she's one of Jumbo's people, so it's cool. Like, she seems to be on the level. She's an outrider for the Anderson family.
Yeah.
And Grip, do you have any questions about the location before you all bounce? Okay. And Leo, did you want to do anything on the back? Like, because you asked about the cameras, asked him about the cameras. Did you want to pull anything like from the cameras? Because you could definitely quick hack them from the bar,
Yeah, if I can.
or
Or
like
if I could.
interface with them. I'm gonna say that they're, like I said last time, they're not exactly like very robust security systems here. The two things you're gonna notice about them is they've definitely been tampered with a lot. Like you're not the first person to interface with them. So someone keeps checking them and keeps doing something with them. And then you would notice that the memory seems to be spotty, as if someone has actually gone in and removed shit and replaced shit. You go to the date of when Nitro's birthday was supposed to be, and since you were already at that episode and know exactly what happened in this bar, that information is pulled.
Okay. Yeah, that was really it.
Okay. Wednesday night, still relatively early in the evening. Do you folks have anything that you want to do job wise?
I think Kincaid's going to wait until Hungry has an opportunity to converse with Zigzag to follow any lead on Deepak.
What are you laughing at, the cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
I
cat's eyes are
don't
Oh, he is
huge.
sideways.
It
Forward,
He's being really goobery on the desk right now.
I would have forwarded the interrogation information to Zigzag.
Okay.
Otherwise, I think Kincaid's like, if as far as like today's concerned, Kincaid might do shopping.
Okay. If you have anything you want to purchase, go for it. And then Leo, I'm assuming tomorrow you're going to be like, hey, I need to go get some installs.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d10 for me. If you get 3 or less, then they're going to have to book it out. They won't be able to schedule it tomorrow. And so
Oh,
they have no availability unless you want to pay. So I think I mentioned the hospital shenanigans regarding surgeries. Let me double check my notifications here. Surgery. Any cyber install or medical service that you have done will require a single day worth of downtime to have done. If you do not have a medtech, contact with hospital access capable of the service or an insurance package. There is an up cost of 1,000 eddies for the privilege of going to the hospital, so you're already paying 1,000 extra for that, and a 30% chance you cannot get the appointment on the day you are trying to get the services done. So yeah, you can't get them done tomorrow. They will do them the next day if you're available, and if you want to go ahead and lock in that appointment, you can. So that would be Friday is the day that your services will be taking place. Downtime wise,
14th. Got it.
Chody, you were asking about inventions and stuff. Go ahead and throw that out on the side. Perfect. You already got the detail here. This is. Have you been playing Apex Legends?
I'm trying to come up with ideas, man, that are cool. So I
Okay.
thought that'd be kind of neat.
No, that's fun. I am going to say that this is going to be a luxury item. It's definitely higher tier. So go ahead and make a check, and then go to your chart for how many days it'll take to start, like, kind of processing this.
What check is it? The tech? Or...
For this one, it is going
And
to
your
be
invention, right?
Yeah, it's going to be but it has to be a specific tech skill. For this one,
cyber tech?
I'm going to say it's going to be cyber tech because it has to revolve around your movements. Those who are watching at home, and also you folks who aren't him.
Jesus.
His invention idea is a disc or hologram projector that he can toss out that will project an image of the individual who's connected to it that will walk around as he does. Yeah, basically creating a duplicate that might cause visual users to kind of operate on it and waste their time. I mentioned Apex Legends because my favorite.
I didn't think about that till you said it. To be
My
totally
favorite
honest,
character is Mirage, who I made a goofy version of for D&D and had Zach step into the Saga of Three Kings game to play as. So that was fun. That's a very high roll, and I believe a success. So, with that being said, I can't find that chart. Hold on. Maker.
Yeah, the second or third page after Maker.
Mm-hmm. It's under. There we go. Luxury. It's going to be 1 month, and the DV is actually 29. So you actually failed. Sorry.
what?
DV is 29. I just read it. You rolled a 29, which means you failed by 1. I'm sorry.
Where's our rocker boy?
So,
Just
Zach, why can't you?
Nothing
take
against
the
you,
time?
Zach. We just missed the luck bonus.
Sorry.
Oh my god, dude! New pop single from Riff and Impure Cobra, "Luck of the Draw." So yeah, the next month you'll be kind of fucking around on this this opportunity here. Just be glad I didn't.
I can't do it though, right?
Huh?
Because I failed.
You-
I can't do it because
right.
I failed.
Which means you're going to spend a month failing.
Bummer. Okay.
Yeah, that's how that works. It's not a, oh man, this idea is wrong right off the jump, and then you just don't waste the time. Yeah, you're going to be fabricating this for a month. So sometime in
Bummer.
February, you'll be starting on a new process. Anywho, I do provide bonuses to the next roll or next attempt at something. When you fail, this is the first time we failed. You definitely shot for the fences on this one, though. It is a very cool idea, but it is definitely something that is not very common in Cyberpunk hologram projector.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be that cool. I was like, oh, this is something not too broken.
No,
But
that's very strong to create a copy of yourself that is optically moving as you do. No, yeah.
Well, see, I didn't think it would. I didn't think it could walk around, but just like kind of like a here
Oh
kind
no,
of thing.
yeah.
Just
It follows your movements and stays in place.
okay.
100%. Yeah, I'm with you. Did you ever see Total Recall?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, remember when Arnold has the hologram projected in like that one space and they're shooting at it and he just walks around and like domes them? It's pretty strong. And it's also something that's never been invented in Cyberpunk.
I'm gonna do it.
I could have said super luxury, but I definitely didn't want to do that to you. That would be because it's 1 month per 10,000 eddies of the cost. So you would have just been like, well, for the rest of this game, I guess I'm just really fucking failing at trying
Missed
to do
it by
this.
1 though.
Missed it by
It
1.
happens.
I'm sorry. So with that being done, downtime on Thursday, downtime on Friday. Is there anybody who's objecting to those downtimes?
I don't think so.
Okay. Is there anything during those 2 days that Grip, Kincaid...
How do I get self-ice?
Sure, you'll go to the hospital and get it installed.
Is self-ice, like, is there literature on
I
it in
want
a
that.
particular
I don't
book?
like
Yeah, self-ice is
computer
located...
wizards.
Self-ice is located in the Edge Runners rule book. Edge Runners Mission Kit rule book, which is, I believe, something that we have access to in the compendium here. And I'm looking at it right now, and I can just tell you what it says. So self-ice is installed into your neuroport, and it gives you a single pass wall for each installation up to a maximum of 3 installations. It costs 500 eddies to install it. Because you don't have a Ripper dock with hospital access, it's an additional 1,000 eddies. Because you're getting it installed in the hospital. And in addition to that, you could have, like at a single hospital stay, you could have all 3 installed all at once. So if you want to put more in, chuck in the cash, yeah, you only have to pay for the hospital port once. So you kind of want to do all your installs like on one kind of jump in, if you get what I'm saying. What it does for you is when someone hacks you and jacks into you.
I have 2 sockets.
Okay. Yeah, it does require a single socket. So you could do 2 of them. So for the
Sorry, I'm
first,
lagging really bad.
oh, no problem. For the first one, it creates a pass wall that requires a DV6 from the netrunner to breach it. If you put a second one, it creates 2 pass walls instead of 1, and they both have DV8. And then if you install a third one, all 3 pass walls, so it has to be broken 3 times, it's 3 separate net actions, have DV10. So you're basically unbreachable at that point. And then there's military grade gear that you do not have, but could potentially be something you find in the future. That basically is called a regenerator, a self-ice regenerator, and it'll, after the pass walls have been breached, there'll be like a reciprocatory time where it'll come back online. One of the more notorious ones is Atom Smashers, which is an instantaneous regeneration rate. So after you kind of get kicked out of it, it immediately locks the self-ice back up.
Oh yeah,
No,
I want to do it, but I have 2 sockets, so it would be what, 3,000?
it'd be 2,000. 1,000 for the hospital, and then 500 per installation. And they're expensive tier, so anybody here can get them. Because you have Mr. Hungry.
Anybody else want some self ice? I'm going to get some self ice, guys.
I'm ready going. We can go together.
John used a netrunner
Going down
on
to
us.
the corner store to get some stuff.
John used a netrunner on us. We need to fucking prepare. Load up.
I've
folks.
never had the whole time I've been playing Hungry. I've always thought about it, how vulnerable he would be to hacks, but it's never happened until that one.
Yeah,
That was too close of a call.
I rolled pretty shy of what I needed to be able to drop your optics.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I mean, if you're offering a trip to the hospital hungry.
Wait, are you
Yeah,
paying
that's-
for Grip's
Yeah.
hospital stay?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So
How
then,
many slots do you have in your neuroport? How many are you going to get?
Hold on.
I don't think
Just
you have
the
anything
one,
in your
or-
port, to be honest. Maybe you have
Your report, if you have it, comes with 2.
hold on. I believe you're right.
The Krasnikov is speedwear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the Berserk
Does the
implant.
Berserk take chip?
Yeah, it's slots.
It's slots,
The
okay.
neuroport should have 2, yeah. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird because in
It says the system has 5 option slots for neurowear options.
Yeah, I thought it was 5.
Well, that's for neurowear options, but you're looking for chip slots.
oh no, incorrect.
Oh,
2
no?
shard
No.
slots, aka
Oh, I'm
chipwear
sorry, okay.
slots.
Yeah.
I
It's-
misunderstood.
It's the options. So yeah, chipware sockets are for like skill chips and memory chips, data shards, that kind of shit.
Right. The Berserk implant and the Krasnikov aren't
They-
chipware.
They are
They're separate.
Those are neurowear
Speedwear is
options.
different than chipwear, and
Speedwear
Berserk
is
is a
a-
neurowear.
Speedwear is a type that's added to a neurowear option
Right.
that is unique, and you can only have one. So you can have a Krasnikov, or you could have a Sandevistan. You cannot have both because
Right.
they very much cancel each other out.
So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I've got
still.
all of my neurowear open, other
There's
than those
3.
2 neural slots.
Yeah, you have 3
Yeah.
available options. And then I believe Hungry, the reason why you're rolling with 2 remaining is you have the Sandy, you have what else do you have?
I have the Sandy and the interface plug.
Oh, interface plugs are free. They won't count against it. So if all you have is the Sandy, that should only take up 2 slots, I believe. No, it just takes up 1. So yeah,
What, is it the fancy one? Does that one take up different?
the Zetatech Xantevison is not fancy enough for it to take up extras.
Wild.
Yeah, it is the one right after the basic. He has stepped into cool kid town, but not into the coolest of kids town.
Okay,
So
so
I'd
I
say
can do 3 then. I'll just go ahead and do 3.
all right. And then do you want to? You're paying the hospital cost for grip. Grip, you're paying for your own self ice, right?
Yes, I'll pay for my own self ice.
1,500 for your ice. And then for you, it'll be 3,500 hungry. But for the two of you, I need you to roll a d10. You're trying to schedule this on Thursday. If you roll 3 or less, you aren't able to get in on Thursday. You have to get it in on Friday. Joe, you're going
Well,
in on
but-
Friday. Grip, you're going in on Friday. So
Jesus.
you literally
Hey, we're all
are,
going in on Friday.
So
You would think Hungry has connections.
Thursday, you're kind of doing your thing, blah, 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 and then you all go kind of like, Grip, you're like, yeah, I'm going to go at this time. I got the appointment. And you all end up in the waiting room at about the same time. So what was an action-packed, jumping out of cars, shooting grenade launchers, killing scavs in a warehouse game goes to kind of like really kind of annoying background music. I believe it's Lizzie Wizzy, like doing like 4 a.m. or something, which is copyright, so we can't play it. Crime sucks. But you're sitting in the waiting room waiting for the opportunity to get yourself cut up and put into your neuroport. Works out fine. And I don't believe... Yeah, you paid the 1,000, so that means that there's no opportunity for there to be a failure or a botch here. So, locked in. You got yourself ice. Add that shit to your character sheet. Take the humanity loss as appropriate.
While I'm in the hospital, I also want to get what's the armor? Subdermal armor.
Subdermal armor. Yeah, absolutely. Let me check something real quick, because I think there are some options here.
Do we roll the
Is
humanity
there
loss, or is it
upgraded
just
subdermal
static?
armor?
Two questions at once. Daniel, I think you started first, so go ahead.
Do we roll the humanity loss, or do we just take the flat number and then do
Roll.
we roll it times 3?
You roll for each one. Yeah. There should be a roll option in it, and that'll automatically tally to your humanity. And then the subdermal armor, that's going to be a hell of a humanity loss hit, by the way. Just want to make sure you're aware of that. Zach. I don't know where your humanity is at, your empathy.
No, you're right. With the self ice implants too, because I'm getting more than one. That might be too much.
You might just want to do the self-ice and worry about the armor later.
Yeah, I can always just buy armor jacks.
Yep. Might need to go on some therapy.
That'll be next to downtime.
Pretty decent rolls, though. Out of Leo, at least.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, so it's down to the wire here, folks. I just want to make sure everybody's locked where we're wanting to be. So Thursday was kind of a downtime day. We all tried to get like doctor's appointments, spent the day calling, getting fucked around by trauma team, ended up getting appointments on Friday, showed up at the waiting room, only motherfuckers there, got the spot. Quick question. In your memory, Joe, or in your knowledge of the character, do you remember the creepy trauma team exec that talked to Reggie all the time?
Yeah.
Did Hungry ever
Vaguely.
see him?
No.
Okay.
No.
So you see a creepy guy, but you don't know who he is, and it's not important. It's just a creepy guy that you would definitely not pay attention to. That happened.
My least favorite part of the hospital.
Creepy.
I see a creepy guy.
Executive types. Squints, you spend your time trying to like fucking do the thing. You feel pretty good about it, but we all know ultimately, and I'm going to read the rules on that to be sure, because I'm pretty sure the time is still blocked out. The money is not. The funds are still put to the task. And then
How much was it?
Oh, great question. So it is luxury, so that means it would be 5,000, I believe.
Oh,
Let me check. So you currently have 5,000 locked into the process here as well. Yep.
And how much money did Jody have?
1,000 is very
Cody
expensive. 5,000.
had 8,000,
Oof.
or almost 8,000. Now he's down to 2,000.
That stings.
It stings. I mean, you're doing what you're doing, right?
Now, question on Jody's behalf: is he, since he's locked out of invention, is he allowed to do upgrade or other maker abilities
No.
in that month?
I would say that he's pretty much locked into that task at hand, and
That's such a long time. That's
that's why you don't want to invent crazy shit. Now, what I will do, and
I didn't think it was that crazy.
I'm going to be more than fair here, because again, we're learning, and I want to make sure that you are able to kind of like play with the process here. I will let you, knowing that you have a problem in the process here, I will let you abort early, now even, if, and only if, 3,000 of the 5,000 you put into it is now gone. Like, explosion gone. Like, in the pre-test process, the amount of money you're putting into the test material, it explodes and is gone.
Oh, you just say I lose 3,000 instead of 5,000 and I get my time back? Yeah, no, all day long.
Okay, cool. So, you feel like you could do this, but you definitely are going to need to, like, the early processes are definitely not good. And I'll say that when you're refunded your time, it'll be after this current downtime cycle, these 2 days.
Holy.
So,
no, that makes, a month was crazy.
It
but
is crazy.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah, dude.
Let's make sure everybody's aware of how much time and how much money he needs to invest.
And I will dump all of my luck
And I
into it
think-
before I roll.
Next time, before I make you roll, because again, doing it after the roll, like doing what I wanted to do after the roll feels too fair, because you did fail, even though if it was by one. What I'm going to say is you're going to throw the pitch out again, like whatever your pitch is. I'm going to tell you what it's going to cost time-wise, cash-wise, and etc. And then you can decide whether you want to roll or not. And at that point,
And then
when you
spend
roll,
my luck and everything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
and all
spend your luck,
I'm
throw
fine
the
being
roll.
locked in from now on. That's fine.
Right, but I want to make sure that we understand when the lock-in part is, because this time was kind of I kind of noodled on it a little bit, and I apologize. It kind of was like roll the dice, and I was like, you didn't know all of the costs, so that's my fault. But you did roll the dice, so I did want to make sure that I wasn't.
Yeah, I'm
overly-
fine to. I'm
And
fine
Jody,
to take
make
my
sure
hit.
you find out what it's going to take from you.
I think that
Right.
will lock out
Wow.
there. Now, I want to make sure, too, we know what jobs are on the docket. We obviously passed the Odette Cyber Psycho chase, the one that beat
We
the
don't need a
fuck out
big
of
spider problem.
Isaac.
That's
That
for
one's
BT.
off. Yeah. We have the Macrowave gig, the Segotari gig, which is currently on the table. We have...
That's easy money.
It could be easy money. There's Patent 444-3-45, which hasn't been talked about. Deepak Murdy is something that we're possibly interested in. And then there's the Odette Ritualists. Oh, and Nitro. Am I missing
So that's
anything?
something separate from Odette? Is the
Odette
Ritualist?
Ritualists and the Odette Cyber Psycho could be connected. One is an immediate job. One is more what the fuck is happening with the Maelstrom.
Okay, and that was the people bringing people back to life.
Supposedly, yeah.
So, something like that. Yeah, I was sort of listening.
No worries. Again,
Sorry.
I remember.
Again, I
you
drifted
said
it out.
It's spotty, yeah. Any question? Oh, sorry. That's it for the session. Thanks for watching those that did. We'll see you next Sunday. And Jonah will be back. Jonah had work, but we love him,
Good.
and he will, of course, be given all of the benefits you folks just got. See him and you next weekend. Bye.